The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the bigot army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ。
よりによって。
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。
ワクワク。
Here we go! Lucha, 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 lucha! It's the way of life!
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Good moo! Oh, you found your moo!
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken
Phrasing.
out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. Hypno. How is it my fault? What? The bragging gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends?
Titty
Did your social
freakers.
credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, black jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. 15 years have I been waiting to stand up on my throne.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. This white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter
Breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
pro-black Twitter hoes.
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
Drops, retard. Robocock.
Bring out the bonus.
All right. People are yelling at me already, bro. This is ridiculous. Welcome, everybody, to another episode, you guessed it, of Hypnocast. That's right. We are live, boys. We are live. We are live. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, boys, bring it in. Oh, where am I? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why did it delete me? What? That makes me sad. Why'd you do that? Why did that happen? That makes me very sad. Now I don't know if we should hug it out anymore. I don't know. I just try to entertain, you know? I just try to, like, make semi-decent entertainment, you know? Damn. Well, on that note, listen very closely. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. Like it. Like it. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream. And if you're watching anywhere else, it's fucking impossible. Because we're still banned on X. Like the stream. Share the stream on your X profiles because I can't do it since we are still banned for a few more days. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking? I know, right? Where'd it go? Goddamn Kata. I know, man. Kata's fault. It's all Kata's fault. Literally all of it's Kata's fault. Seriously. Seriously. It's quite sad. It's quite sad. What are we checking, man? What are we checking? Hypocrite voice actors check? Oh, man. If you guys didn't see that video that I made on Sungwoo Cho or whatever his name is, you should definitely go check it out. It was amazing because it was exactly 1 year after I made the video the first time. It's pretty crazy. We got a Guno check. Very nice from Jump B. What else? We got check to check from Ali Kusanagi. Testicular fortitude check. We like it. X is still censorship happy check. Absolutely. Check your balls check. Let me check. Hold on. Still hanging. What's this? Milk lemonade around the corner. Karens are made check. What the fuck? What the fuck? Some Ting Wong. That's crazy. Crying Twitch streamers for Counter-Strike can't handle it. Oh, we're going to talk about that today. Common Chud victory, boys. We're going to talk about it today. Penis check. There you go. Check engine light check. Oh, that sucks. Texas new law check. Yep. It went into effect yesterday. Protect your booty holes if you like anime. Old Man Cad says, missed you, bro check. Thank you. King Dimmy says, chipless check. Oh, man. Did you not get chips? Did you not get chips? That's not good, man. $200 check. Oh, yeah. Actually, hold on. Oh, 1 second. Let's see how that's going. Let's see how that's going. Hold on, boys. Hold on. Fuck.
Oops. Hold on. Let's try and get this thing.
Uh-huh.
At the bottom of the junk hole.
Wow. So wait, let me get this straight. So hold on, he's farming. He's literally wasting his time farming instead of getting good.
That's pretty nice.
He thinks if he farms, that's somehow gonna allow him to beat the two hardest bosses in the game. Wow. Wow. All right. Well, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Keep farming, Smash. All you're doing is wasting time. You love to see it.
Can I buy stuff from Dickers? No, I don't think so.
You love to see it. All right, guys. Well, on that note, our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded, like the stream, man. Let's do the Bigot Army roll call. Let's see who is in this chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku Eurydice, Black Samurais that unfortunately did exist at one point but no longer do, and people that swear they can beat Stellar Blade just by farming. Meanwhile, they can't dodge a single fucking hit. or Perry for that matter. I mean, that's really, you know, it kind of all goes hand in hand. Seriously, we got Monkey Man 04. What's up, man? We got Roll Some Joint. How you doing? We got Crash Collins over on Rumble. We got Schizosaurus with the moo. We got Ali Kusanagi, the legend. We got Hanny. We got Ed Dicker's Mansion. Hello. We got Colonel Ruff. We got Mr. Cougar 9. He should farm off stream. I feel like that would be the smart thing to do, but he doesn't want people to know that. And people will keep track of his level and his skill like levels, and they'll know he farmed off stream. It's like, bro, you are so clearly trying to desperately win this. It's the easiest bet to win. Like any regular gamer would have won this bet by now, but it's okay. Twisted Devotio, what's up, man? We got Melody Johnson. What's up, Melody Johnson? We got, I agree, John Bon Zombie. What's up, John Bon Zombie? Nico. We got Tim Grove. Got the voice in the water. What's up, man? We got Radio Chimp. How you doing, Radio Chimp? Kenneth Stewart. Leave Smash alone. No.
Stop it. Get some help.
We got Felsteph. What's up, Felsteph? We got Pandanotic. P. Drake 10. We got Hanny again. Flynn's Nest Resurrection. What's up, man? We got Wild Child with the checkity check. We got XL Tomahawk. We got Dreg. Black Tailgate. Rune with the power of the monkey. What's up, man? We got Ed. We got Calculator Gollum. We got Stin Rock says, let's fucking go. What's up, Stin Rocks? How you doing, bro? We got Adair Soto. We got Romanizer 24. We got Blue Octopus A. The tentacled Clippy? What the a tentacled Clippy? No, that's just fucking weird, bro. That's just getting into weird territory. Old Man Cad. Reaper Knight. T-Vol. We got Frenchie 07. Yeah, I took yesterday off so that I don't have to take the first Sunday of the month off. So there you go. Grooves Games. Nightmare 13. Hey, Nightmare 13, we've been trying to reach out to you for you to win your game, but I'm going to talk about that in a minute. We got, who else is here? Valerian over on Rumble. We got Low KZ420 over on Rumble. We got Karnak Ketral over on Rumble. We got Tracy Reeves. We got Genetic Spore over on Rumble. We got YWO Studio. What's up, man? How you doing? We got Alucard, finished Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and now playing Batman Arkham Knight. Dude, legendary. Legendary gaming happening right there, bro. Shout out to you. We just started over on Grifcast Metal Gear Solid Delta, and hearing Snake Eater for the first time in decades, even though it's the new version, not the old version, still amazing. It's incredible. The Mervoth. What's up, Mervoth? Andre, you're another one I think I got to reach out to. We got Hypnotica Rapture. All right, 4 more people, boys. 4 more people. 4 more people. Let's go, boys. Anti-Federalist Pain over on Rumble. Snooty Mims over on Rumble. We got King Demon Wing. Don't know if I should feel attacked for that or not. No, don't feel attacked. Love you, man. Tim Grove. Magony over on Rumble. We got Jeremiah Maxwell reporting for duty. Vindictus Prime with the bacon over on Rumble. And last but not least, we got Sleeping Nova with the garlic parmesan wings. Chaotic Holy, apparently farting so loud that his cat got scared. Crash Collins over on Rumble. Gunnar Damas. Inferno Conundrum. Scott Hott. Draconic over on Rumble. Ron DFK. We got Son of Mr. Vengeance. I agree. And we got Timebound Howler, Petey Panda, Keldrek, Kronaros, Odin Dark 2, This Female Gamer, Beautiful Zexel, Wireframe, and Chicken Senpai BB. All right, guys, listen, I called out as many people as I possibly could. Let's sacrifice your fellow Big Hit Army member, and let's see who is going to get the massive money shot today, boys. That was 4 more people. What are you talking about? Counting is hard? What do you mean? 4 people exactly. Why are you lying? Don't lie. It was 4 people. 4. All right. We got Old Man Cat. Booty Hole Protected. by Mercanti's ugly face because no one wants to nut on that. God damn it, old man Cad. How are we starting off with this? Jesus. That's like pulling an Exodia card. To go down ×3, obliterating all protections with Gen X grumpy grandpas and go to hell looks. Fuck your feelings. Bro, this guy literally fucking pulled Exodia. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3. Handy. Basic bitch booty hole with Cassie's industrial grade goon oil. The next 2 motherfuckers down would get sent to Sonichu's cave and get ass grabbed by his greatness, cuh. Also, Hypno, you're gay, cuh. This motherfucker, I swear. 1, 2. Chaotic Holy. Farting so hard that nothing, absolutely nothing, could get near the bunghole. Return to sender, then to go down ×5. If reverse, still farting, then go up by 1. Jesus. So return to sender is Hanny. And then go down ×5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's Hanny again. To go down ×2. 1, 2.
Holy shit.
Oh, man. Schizosaurus, the fucking dinosaur. And then what makes it worse is that he put Madam Savvy's photo, the female gamer. He put Madam Savvy's photo, the female fucking gamer. That makes it even worse. Even worse. Congratulations to Schizosaurus. You are the recipient of the money shot today.
What the?
Like the stream. Like the stream. All right, boys, listen. We got a lot we got to talk about today. Okay. Obviously, we got topics today, but first, before I do any of that, I want to say thank you, everybody. On Sunday, we did our $1,000 worth of games giveaway on Steam. It went very successfully. According to my list right now, there is only 3 people out of the 20, whatever it was, plus people that won. Only 3 people haven't claimed their games. We finally got in contact with them today, most of them anyway. But the 3 people who have not claimed their games is Nightmare 13, Andre, and Edoc 9803. So if you are waiting for your games, we've tried to reach out to you. I think some of you finally got in touch with our mods. I might have added some of you on Steam. But I'm going to try to reach out to you today again and try to get you your games. Everybody else got their games. So I bought 20 plus whatever it ended up being, $1,000, $1,038, whatever, it doesn't matter. Gave away to the community over $1,000 worth of games. So shout out to you guys. It's fucking awesome. It was a lot of fun. It was great to do that. It sincerely was. Had a great time hosting it. The mods did a great job holding it all together. So let's give a round of applause to the fucking mods for holding it down. It was a great time, man. We got games out there so fast that my credit card company thought I was frauding. They shut me down. I had to call them and be like, hey, what are you doing? I want my points. They shut me down so goddamn fast. But no, everything went through pretty good. So shout out to you guys. That was awesome. That was a lot of fun. So we're gonna reach out to the 3 who haven't gotten it yet. And if you guys don't claim within the next 48 hours, and I'm gonna re-roll those 3. But I'm sure they're gonna claim it. So that's number 1. Shout out to you guys. Number 2, we got a lot of topics we got to go over today, man. We got to follow up on the story with that Twitch streamer that was melting down over Counter-Strike. She put out a post that is legendary meltdown, and she blames Asmongold for pretty much everything almost, which is fantastic. So we got to go over that. We got to go over Perfect Dark. Apparently, they wanted to bring back and save Perfect Dark, supposedly. They wanted to save Perfect Dark, and apparently the conversation has fallen through, and Perfect Dark is officially dead. So we got to talk about that. We also got to talk about Star Wars Outlaws getting felted. On Switch 2, just like every other third-party graphically intensive video game that releases on Switch 2, apparently it's running like complete and utter shit, reminding everybody exactly how it ran everywhere else when it released on every other platform. So we got to talk about that amongst a million fast topics. I got so many topics because we didn't do anything Sunday other than giveaway games. So we got a lot we got to catch up on, man. No retard of the day today. I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? Not today, because the people we're going to be covering today, I think are going to fill that. They're going to fill that that void. I think they're going to fill. I think they're going to fill that void. So yeah, it's going to be a great time. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's do the number one segment on YouTube. Which, by the way, you guys went crazy on Sunday, man. You guys went crazy with donos and gifted memberships on Sunday. What the hell, bro? You guys are insane. Let's do the number one segment. Hold on. Wait, what? Can I be the retard? Sure.
And here we are. The fate of the planet is in the hands of a bunch of retards I wouldn't trust with a potato gun.
Congratulations, Smexy. You are the retard of the day. Let's do the number one segment on YouTube. The number one segment on Rumble, the number one segment all around the galaxy. This segment is none other than the pre-stream legend.
Money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat, money.
As salty as the sea, calling us code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
All right. We got ourselves the pre-stream legends. And before we do that, guys, I didn't realize something, but I looked over at Smash JT. I looked over at his stream. Guys, he is on, and I'm not kidding. I'm gonna show you. He is on stream number 24. 24 streams of Stellar Blade. What the fuck? Oh my god, I didn't realize that. 24. God damn. That is legit insanity. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, pre-stream legends. Starting us off with some that are missing because apparently they're missing. God damn it. Why are they missing from StreamYards lately? This is becoming really annoying. Oh man, I swear to God, I'm gonna switch platforms. I just gotta find the time. I gotta find the time, boys. I have to. Let me pop out the chat and do it the old-fashioned way, boys. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. Hold on. Let's bring it up here. Because we got a legend that's in the chat, man. Look at this legend, bro. King Demon Wing. What an absolute fucking legend, bro. Shout out to King Demon Wing dropping a legendary 10 membership mega banger and being the first one to drop a membership mega banger. You already know what that means. Shout out to King Demon Wing. Look at this fucking legend. He's like, take a day off, bro. I would love to, but I'm too much of a workaholic, man. I'm too much of a workaholic. That's the problem. That's my biggest issue. King Demon Wing. Sincerely. Shout out to you, brother. 10 memberships. Every goddamn stream. Fucking insane. Thank you so much, bro. Sincerely. I appreciate you. I think we caught up after that. Yeah, we caught up after that. Okay. All right. So for some reason, StreamYards does not like King Demon Wing. I don't know why. They didn't want to show King Demon Wing's fucking memberships, and I find that to be insulting. BioT Wolf, 19 with a 5. Did you see that Disney tried to shame CB? LOL, pot calling cattle. Disney's retarded. Plain and simple. Disney's retarded. Shout out to you, BioT Wolf. Thank you so much. For 17 months after an unsuccessful harvest, why did the farmer decide to try a career in music? Because he had a ton of sick beats. You know, here I thought BioT Wolf was going to be normal for a second. Nope. Nope, absolutely not. Not happening. P. Drake joining King Demon Wing with the membership train, with the 1 hypnotic membership. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you, P. Drake. Fucking legend he is. And then, hold on, let me go scroll up. I don't want to lose Rumble's spot because Rumble be acting weird lately. God damn it. There we go. Ali Kusanagi dropping a 1 membership banger. Shout out to Ali Kusanagi. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Monkey Man 04 for 18 months of legendary status. Says the enemy of my enemy is my friend unless they don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friend of mine. Oh, you think you're slick, huh? You think you're slick, huh? Is that what it is? You think you're slick? I see what you did there. Old Man Cad dropping a 5 membership banger.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to Old Man Cad. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. Grooves Games became a member all on his own. Shout out to Grooves Games. Thank you so much, dude, for becoming a member. Adair Soto gifting 1 hypnotic membership. Thank you, Adair Soto, always joining the membership train. Appreciate that, man. Then Beautiful Zexel with a 5. I saw your video on Pro ZD Meltdown, and I'm going to say this. Something wrong with this guy. I like how that's the joke that's making its way all around X right now. Something wrong? That's crazy. Raptor Kratos with a 5. How does anyone get bailed off a bomb threat? This is an outrage. Tony Harrison, the Mighty Boosh. Isn't that story crazy? Isn't that story wild? This bitch put a fucking bomb threat in San Jen Expo in Texas, and she's on a $30,000 bond right now. Fucking wild, bro. And then she's like, "Oh, I was just joking." What, bro? Who jokes like that? Why is it always a certain side of the political aisle that likes to joke with death threats? Why is that? It's a little bit weird. Trey Burkhalter with a 2. Smash makes DSP look good at gaming. Oof. Ooh, you said that, not me, man. You said that. Look at this guy, Anubis Hades with a 2. Bigots and baguettes. Hypno equals sexual harassment. Panada. Sure. Why not? Dark Obsidian for 5 months. Looks like I still can't gift memberships. So at least this is a start. Hey, that's a start. It's all good, bro. Thank you so much for at least even wanting to. I appreciate that. Dark Exile for 4 months. This is a milestone, chat. It sure is. And then last but not least on YouTube, Radio Chimp for 9 months. Doesn't say a fucking word. Says absolutely nothing. Quiet. Zips. Like zero. Zilch. All right, let's go over to Rumble. Shout out to YouTube for an amazing pre-stream legends. Thank you guys so much. What do we hold on. I got to close out the popped out chat that I made. Where are we at now? We are at, or what are we chasing today? We're chasing 441 tier 1s in a row and 130 tier 2s in a row. Fucking insane. We got Snooty Mims over on Rumble with a 10. Hail, Mr. 100K. I like how that's what you call me now, Mr. 100K. I hope everyone had a good and safe Labor weekend. Trump going into Chicago and Baltimore. Nice. Hail, my mighty friends in Rumble chat. Shout out to Snooty Mims, brother. Thank you so much for always holding it down. I appreciate it. Snooty Mims also gives a membership. Shout out to Snooty Mims for gifting that membership. I appreciate it. Sir Loins for $1. I'm going to put my nutsack on your drum set. Hi to you too. Anti-Federalist Pain with a 5. I am always expected but never arrive. Have millions of members but never survive. I give my support to what doesn't exist. Yet when push comes to shove, my support is missed. What am I? Modern audience. Damn, that's a good one. That's a good one. Holy shit. Shout out to Anti-Federalist Pain. That's actually a really good one. Marine Corps with $1. Hashtag fuck Nintendo. Long live Power World. I do want to see the follow-up to that lawsuit, but you know, they like both sides are drawing shit out. Gray the Merchant with $1. Hey all. Woke's dead on arrival. Nice. In other news, I'm exploring with my crew. In Road Trader, plundering and exterminate heretics. Game is addicting. Never knew I would be into it. Fuck you, war. I gotta try that game, man. That's one of the only ones I haven't tried. Gray the Merchant with $1. Smash might as well give you 400 instead, since it's taking him more time to complete Celebrate. Well, back to the grind. Picked up more hours to get depth faster. Road Traders on my top 3. Bro, he's going to do everything possible to not pay me the 200. It's the easiest bet for him to win. Sincerely, I really mean it. It's the easiest bet for him to win. He's about to fight the true form of Raven right now for the first time. For the first time, he's about to fight Raven. He's going to understand why I said the last boss is the easiest one. Check this out. Here we go. He's about to get into it. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see how this goes.
2 girls, 1.
The body of a super weapon created by
Let's see how this goes.
But
Half his HP gone in one hit. One hit gone. Oh, almost dead. Dead.
3 left, but only 2 because of final boss fights. Okay.
Oh,
but this
you're
one's
gonna
not.
be very busy, Smash.
It's hard.
You're gonna be very, very, very busy, Smash. Very busy.
Lily's just gonna watch me get my ass kicked for about 3 hours, guys.
Oh, let's watch one more. Hold on, let's watch one more. This is so addicting. This is what I watch when I edit. Hold on, let's see. Hold on, wait. Wait for this. Wait. All right, nice. Oh, watch it. Nice parry.
the body of a super weapon.
There you go. Fight back, Smash.
But
Oh, that's one. Oh, half your HP is gone. Fight back, Smash. Oh. That doesn't work on Raven, bro.
Bullshit.
Oh, nope. You're almost dead. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's alive. Not anymore. All right. I'm done. We got to get. We got to get into the topics, man. His HP is too low. It's got nothing to do with HP being too low. It's just he doesn't know how to dodge or parry for the life of him. It's quite unfortunate. Anubis Hades really quick with a 2. Bail in Canada, $0 on everything. Even what? Now that's insane, bro. That's legitimately insane. Scrap Gamer with a 5. I wish everyone on the good luck tonight while trying to survive work while puking my guts out. Oh no, I'm sorry, bro. Damn, that sucks. I hope you feel better soon, man. Nobody likes working when sick. Shit, that sucks, bro. Dark Obsidian became a member. All on his own. Shout out to Dark Obsidian. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. All right, we are fully caught up everywhere, guys. Thank you so much again for the pre-stream legend support. I appreciate you as we are on the road. If we can get lucky, 441 tier 1s in a row and 130 tier 2s in a row. Let's try to get lucky. Let's see. Depending. All right. Hold on. Wait. Fuck. One more. Deadeye's locked for $1 on Rumble. Brandon Johnson loves to tap into his inner DSP. He blames and runs from accountability faster than Tibu Justin Wong, which is Sung Woo Cho. If only his collective gout matched the fields of cotton he picked. Damn. Wow. That is what you call a Rumble rant, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you call a Rumble rant. Tiger King for 189. The game is cheating. Smash JT. Put Uncle JT back on. Bro, no, we got work to do, boys. We will catch up and see how he's doing after we're done with the fast topics, boys. All right, let's get to the fast topics. God damn it. Anubis Hades with a 6,000 crimes in BC 1 year. Same 40 fuckers on bail. I'm not surprised, bro. I'm not surprised. Thank you again for the 2 big titty brother. Appreciate it. First fast topics. We got the crew, ladies and gentlemen. So the last time we heard about the crew, it was involved, and still is, by the way, involved in the lawsuit with Ubisoft. Ubisoft is being sued by people that, well, to be quite frank, didn't like the fact that Ubisoft killed off the crew and made it basically unplayable. Even for people who had the physical edition, it didn't matter. The game is literally fucking junk and is unplayable. Right now, there is an ongoing lawsuit that is trying to address that situation. Well, apparently, behind the scenes, fans have been trying to bring the game back to life, and I feel like this is going to probably piss off Ubisoft, considering that Ubisoft is getting sued by people to bring the game back to life. It seems like the fans have decided to take it in their own, how do you put it? Take it into their own hands. So the crew is set to spring back to life as a fan-made server emulator project prepares to launch later this month. I would be surprised if you make it to the end of the month. I'm gonna be very real with you. I'm gonna be very surprised if you even make it to the end of the month. Because as much as I would love to see this go down, Ubisoft is not going to allow this to happen. They're just not going to allow this to happen. I don't see Ubisoft letting this go without a cease and desist almost immediately. So I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. We're going to see. More than a year after Ubisoft pulled the plug, the Crew Unlimited is just about ready to put it back in. Hey, pause that. The Crew, the Ubisoft street racing game that met an unfortunate end in 24, may live again. The Crew Unlimited, a fan-made effort to revive the game through a custom server emulator, says the work is just about complete and will be ready to launch on September 15th. So we're going to know. We're going to know in about 2 weeks. In about 2 weeks' time, we're going to know whether or not they're going to shut this shit down. Dark Exile says they would be retarded to try to stop a private server. Well, here's the thing, man. I just covered a story today that nobody got notified on regarding World of Warcraft. Apparently, Activision Blizzard has just legally sued the people who are behind one of the biggest private servers for World of Warcraft, which is Turtle WoW. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ubisoft does the same exact thing. Just because it's a private server doesn't mean you're absolved from any kind of like legal repercussions. I'm telling you right now, they're absolutely going to shut this shit down. I really do believe that. And if they don't, I would be highly surprised. Now, granted, Ubisoft is hurting for money. They don't have riches like Microsoft and Activision and Blizzard. I get that. But they still got money at the end of the day. They could pay for lawyers. I really do think they're going to take this shit down. Ubisoft is retarded. What do you mean, bro? I mean, they are retarded, yes, but it doesn't mean they're going to let this shit go. I don't think they're going to let it go. That's what I'm basically saying. The server emulator is now feature complete, according to a message on the newly launched Crew Unlimited website. All that is left to do is thoroughly test and validate the software, then prepare the release. I wonder if I wonder if they know of this, if they know of the existence of this private server. If this thing has been in the works for this long, surely somebody at Ubisoft must have known about it. Then again, like we just said, like not even 30 seconds ago, they are kind of retarded, so maybe they didn't know. But I would just find it highly sus if they allow this thing to go through. I really would. A lot of our time and effort have been put into the project, and it's finally coming to fruition. Project lead Whammy4 wrote, "We are as excited as you are. Thank you all for your patience, understanding, and support." To be honest with you, you know what this should show? This should show that there was so much love for the crew. And I know what Ubisoft is going to say. Well, you have the crew too. Who cares about the crew one? Well, clearly a lot of people do. Clearly, there is a big enough fan base to bring the entire project back to fucking life and then to host it on a private server. This is literally what Stop Killing Games is talking about. When they want to have the ability for people to keep a game running. Nobody's saying the developers have to do it, but at least allow the players an option to find a way to do it peer-to-peer, something like that. Find a way to do it. And he says, "I've been following the project in their Discord server for the past year, and I'm legit excited." All right, I mean, let's see, man. Let's see how this goes. The emulator will currently only work with PC versions of the game, but the TCU team says it might be possible to implement console support in the future. Mod support will be wide open in offline modes, but only cosmetic mods will be allowed when playing online. The bigger question hanging over all of this is just how Ubisoft will respond. Projects like these tend to attract the attention of lawyers, typically followed by cease and desist letters, but the Crew Unlimited is in something of a unique position. Ubisoft has taken a brutal ass beating for its handling of the Crew shutdown, including a lawsuit and a European Citizens Initiative petition that attracted more than 1 million signatures. The backlash was strong, enough that Ubisoft promised not to do it again with the Crew 2 and Motorfest, and dropping the hammer on a project like this would almost certainly stoke those fires all over again. That's a good point. That's actually a good point. So maybe you guys, I mean, I don't know if you guys agree in the chat. Maybe they're onto something here. Maybe the PR shitstorm is not something that Ubisoft wants to deal with right now. So maybe they will let the mod run its course, and then perhaps later down the line, they'll shut it down when they feel like it's a little bit safer to do so. But maybe the PR, shitstorm will make them at least think about it. But me personally, I don't think there's going to be a thought in their mind. I think they're going to shut this shit down, especially now that there is mainstream attention on it, where you got people writing articles about it. You got people like myself making videos about it. This shit is going to become well known very quickly. And I think Ubisoft is going to do something about it. But I guess we'll see. We shall see. All right, next fast topic. We got Final Fantasy Tactics, man. As you guys are aware, Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster is a video game that is coming out relatively soon. And nobody seems to be talking about, I know we did like in the beginning, but nobody ever really seems to talk about the fact that the Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster developers had to build a replacement for its source code that was lost from a fan site that had most, if not almost all, of the files for the game. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this is because it kind of brings us to the conversation of game preservation and how the whole stop killing games thing and how important it is. This game became infinitely difficult to remake because they got rid of the source code, or I should say they lost the source code. It's fucking insane. The fact that they had to get it from a third-party fan site is pretty damn wild. So this is why, like, I feel like I think Japan has a really good way of doing this. Japan, we talked about this the other day. They have the ability through their national, preservation, whatever the fuck is called, like the library or whatever. They have the ability, every single piece of entertainment that gets made, every video game gets made, they preserve at least one copy of it, and I feel like that's a really good system. They've been doing it for years now. And the amount of games they've been able to preserve is in the thousands, almost 10,000 plus video games. It's huge. We need to be able to preserve video games, and people losing the fucking source code is insane to me. And me personally, I feel like that's what's holding back Bloodborne. I know that sounds crazy. But I genuinely feel like there is something really suspicious about Bloodborne not being remade or remastered or offering us, there's something really weird. There's something really weird going on with that game. That is a game that is highly requested, and then they won't even speak about it. They won't even fucking talk about it, right? So we need to be making sure we are protecting source codes, because these kind of games need to be preserved. And it sucks when you see video games get lost to time. But again, they got lucky. They got very lucky. They were able to build it from lost source code from a fan site download, which is fucking crazy. So in any case, let's keep going. Blame Sony. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's them being very lazy. You want to hear a Cope story, though? I got a really good Cope story for you guys. This is going to be good. This is maximum levels of Cope, ladies and gentlemen. Capcom president says, I'm not even ready for this. Capcom president says that the PS5 prices are why Monster Hunter Wild sales aren't doing so hot. Who believes that? Who believes that in the chat, man? Who fucking believes? That's insane. That's maximum levels of copium. And you know what's crazy? Monster Hunter Wilds, for all intents and purposes, did sell very well. It sold very well. But here's the thing. Monster Hunter usually sells well for a long time. It usually carries through for a long, long time, right? So with all that being said, apparently it's not enough, right? Because you could sell well initially, but if you flatline, well, that's a problem. And I think that's what's happening here. Monster Hunter Wilds, with all the negative reception and all the people who are complaining about the game for a multitude of reasons, I think that has flatlined the game tremendously. We saw higher concurrent player counts with older Monster Hunter games. It's pretty fucking crazy. So anyway, let's read into this a little bit more and see what he has to say. So Monster Hunter Wilds is going through the ringer at the moment. And while it's addressing some issues, namely its initially thin endgame content loop, it's still clunking along through some major performance woes in PC. Woes which at the time of writing won't be fully addressed to the end of the year. Bro, they are still struggling to fix this fucking game on PC. Still. Bro, when did this game come out? Let me check SteamDB. Hold on. You are still you are saying you are not going to hold on. You are not going to be able to fix this game until the end of the fucking year? What the fuck is wrong with you? Hold on. Monster Hunter Wilds. What the fuck is wrong with you? So this game has 10,000 people playing it right now. Let me go here. 10,000 people playing this game right now. A 24-hour peak of 27,451. This game literally flatlined. I mean, it is just, wow. Dead. Well, I wouldn't say dead, but struggling. Let's say struggling. You guys are saying February? They're not going to fix the game till February? Bro, this game came out February. Oh, you're saying the release date. Okay, never mind. I was about to say, what the fuck? Regardless, February 28th is when the game came out. February 28th is when the game came out. So you mean to tell me that you're not going to fix this fucking game until the end of the year? But lo and behold, that hasn't stopped you from releasing 66 DLCs. 66 fucking DLCs for this game. You serious right now? So you could release 66 DLCs for this fucking game. You could do a whole bunch of collaboration events with Final Fantasy. You could do all this fucking nonsense, but you can't fix the game. You could do everything else except fix the fucking game. 66 DLCs in this fucking game. Bro, I hate these people, bro. Now keep in mind, 66 DLCs, not all of them are paid for. Okay, some of them are free. But the point still stands. You are releasing 66 DLCs. I don't even want to look at this shit. I don't even want to look at this. Honestly, this shit is sickening. It really is. It is sickening. Your reviews are at 46.68%. Out of 277,000 reviews on Steam, you are less than 50% positive. You are 46% positive. The rest is negative. You do literally anything other than fix the fucking game. And you know what's sad? What's sad is that Capcom has openly admitted, and I say this all the time because I want to remind people the mindset that this company should be in, but they're not in, right? Capcom has openly admitted that as of last year, the PC platform has officially overtaken them for the most sales compared to console. They were at like a 55-45% ratio for PC versus console. So you mean to tell me that you are choosing to just basically felt the fucking PC community, even though they are now the majority of your sales? I guess when you feel like you are too big to fail, I suppose that's a thing. Because they sold an ungodly amount of copies. But have you guys noticed something? This number, right, was flying up. It was flying up. This number has stagnated. This number has been at 8.37 million at the highest for what, like 4 months now? 5 months now? This number has stagnated. It hasn't gone up at all, right? Because they came out swinging. They definitely did. There's no doubt about it. I think they officially announced 8 million sales for PC. They came out swinging. But compared to other Monster Hunters that had way longer of a life, way longer of a shelf life when it came to sales after the fact, the other Monster Hunter games have tens of millions of copies sold. I just feel like you're doing something wrong. I feel like you are really fucking up here big time. So, in any case, It's pretty clear that Capcom will do literally anything other than fix their game. And now they're coping and trying to say, well, it has to do with the PS5 prices. That's the reason why. That's the secret right there, boys. That's the secret. It's not the performance. It's not the lack of content. No. The major obstacle is totally the PS5 price. It says Capcom president Haruhiro Sugimoto in an interview with Nikkei, thanks to BGC. He is an expert. He says, we also found that the PS5 barrier is unexpectedly large. The console costs about 80,000 yen in Japanese yen. When you factor in the cost of the software and monthly subs, it comes to about 100,000 yen at the time of purchase. This is not an amount that can be easily reached, especially for younger generations. This situation is not limited to Japan, but is similar overseas as well. Oh my God, bro. The cope is insane. He follows that shot up with the chaser. Our next challenge is to overcome these obstacles and get Monster Hunter Wilds to as many people as possible. Fix your game! Why am I agreeing with a PC gamer urinalist? Why am I agreeing with a PC gamer urinalist, bro? He says, hey, Sugimoto, sir, please, I'm hopping up and down, waving my hands around. You can achieve that by fixing your fucking game. Bro, is he retarded? Is he like, is he coping? Is he coping? That's crazy, bro. I don't understand how you don't have an answer till the end of the year for performance problems that have been affecting the game since February. What the fuck is this? In any case, so that's where it's at, boys. That's where it's at. Even though the PC market is the majority when it comes to Monster Hunter Wilds, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They view the barrier of which people can buy PS5s to be the problem for their game. That is next level. In any case, let's continue. Rocksteady. We haven't talked about these losers for a while. Rocksteady apparently has hired, and I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Probably a bad thing. Rocksteady has hired the former Assassin's Creed director to be a director for Rocksteady's upcoming game. I'm going to say that's probably a bad thing. People are speculating that it has to do with an upcoming Batman game. Bill Money, his last name is literally Money. Bill Money. You mean to tell me you're going to hire someone who used to work on Assassin's Creed, a microtransaction to hell video game, whose last name is Money, and you're going to hire him for Batman, and you're going to expect this to not be an overly monetized single-player Batman game? I mean, am I crazy for like looking at the irony? It's going to be a black Batman? I don't know about that. I don't think they're going to fuck around and find out that much, considering what happened with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. But, damn, bro. This is rough. This is not looking good. He joins the studio after spending 10 years at Ubisoft Singapore in the same role. During the time with Ubisoft, Money led Assassin's Creed Mirage, Valhalla, its Siege of Paris DLC, and Origins. Prior to Ubisoft, he was a creative director at Darkside Game Studios and a design director at WB Games Montreal. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. WB Games Montreal. This is one of the worst fucking studios imaginable when it comes to anything DEI oriented. Honestly, anything out of Montreal is fucking awful. It's awful. But this is like extra bad. Extra bad. At WB Games, Money worked on Batman Arkham Origins. While it hasn't been confirmed what game Money will be directing, it's believed to be the studio's next Batman game. Rocksteady hasn't released a mainline Batman game since 2015's Batman Arkham Knight. Since then, they released Batman Arkham VR for PC and PS4 in 2016, and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League in 2023. This is going to be bad. I'm not looking forward to this at all. I apologize ahead of time to the people who are going to be playing that game, who are super fans. Speaking of craziness, holy shit. So Lego Pokemon is going to be a thing in the grand sense of things. Lego Pokemon date and prices have been possibly leaked. And apparently it is going to include a $649.99 set at MSRP. Holy fucking shit, bro. Holy shit. Buy it, Hypno? No, I'm good. Holy fuck. What is going on with Lego, bro? Like, I know Lego is treated as stocks. Don't get me wrong. Like, I know people buy Lego, keep it in the box, and then once it goes out of production, they try to sell it for like crazy money. But what the fuck? This is the MSRP? 3 sets have been outed. A 72, 151, 152, and 153. The first one reportedly has 587 pieces and will cost $60. The second set contains 2,000 pieces and costs $200. The third and final set apparently features a whopping 7,000 pieces and will set you back $650 fucking dollars. Oh my God. Now, I know Lego has had super expensive sets before, and every time I see it, I always have the same reaction. I'm like, what in the fuck? Like, it is insane to me. It's insane to me. I don't care how rich someone is. I just can't. I can't, in my mind, justify spending like $600 to $1,000 on a stationary figure. I just can't. I don't care how cool it looks. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. I can't look at it and be like, yep, I spent $1,000 on that bitch. And I understand. Listen, people are different. That's fine. If you want to do that, you're more than welcome to. I'm okay. You do what you got to do. But dude, what the fuck, bro? That's actually, not even the Gundam. Nope, not even the Gundam. Nope. Bro, like for a figure, I think $200 is my max. Genuinely. What if it looks super cool? I don't care. I don't care. For me, like the max I think I would spend is about $200. The most I've ever spent so far is, I think it was like $170 for one of my metal Gundams. I think it was like $170. But this shit is insane, bro. $650 fucking dollars. I'm very curious to see what that set is. Do you think it's probably going to be a giant Pikachu? It's probably going to be a giant Pikachu. Let's be real. What could possibly warrant that level of money? Probably a giant Pikachu or a giant Charizard. Nobody's going to fucking pay that money for a Venusaur. Nobody's going to pay that money for a Venusaur. Buy the Army Man figure, Metal Gear Solid 3 collectors? No, I'm good. I'm good. A giant Pokeball? Nope. Who's going to spend $650 on a giant fucking Pokeball? I can only see people doing it for like Pikachu or Charizard, or maybe Mewtwo. Mewtwo's big enough that people would do it. A Hypno dog sitting in a Hypno chair drinking Hypno coffee could sell for $1K. No, it won't. Not even not Blastoise either. Nobody's gonna pay fucking $650 for a Blastoise. It's got to be Mewtwo, Pikachu, or Charizard. That's what it's got to be for $650. Eevee might be another possibility too. Eevee might be a possibility, but I feel like $650 for an Eevee, that's insane. I don't think so. Most likely Pikachu. Hence the tail. I think it's probably going to be a Pikachu. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because I thought it was insane. Apparently, I found this out yesterday. Apparently, they are bringing Escape from Tarkov to Steam, which that's going to be huge. Apparently, it's available soon. So that's going to be pretty huge. You sold for over 1K in subs on a night. What? What did I do? I sold for over 1K in subs on a night. I don't understand what you're saying. What took them so long? I have no idea. Valkyria Winter says, I spent about $300 or more for a Rogue Trader Ultra collection that gave me all the Alphas, beta, and hard book with a model and banners in my room. Okay, but that's different though. That's different. See, this is what I'm saying. Let me make it very clear. I can't spend more than, like, me personally, $200 on one singular statue. If you buy a collector's that it comes with like books, a statue, a game, a bunch of fucking miscellaneous shit, that's different. You're getting like a set of things. That's different. But for one singular statue, one singular item, I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't understand how people be spending like $1,000. Bro, the last time I saw these like statuettes. I saw these statuettes that have there was one crazy one of like Goku versus Broly, and it was insane. It was a massive like fucking statuette, and they wanted $2,800 for it. They wanted $2,800 for it, bro. I mean, what the fuck, bro? That is crazy. That's crazy. I looked at him like, you know what? I can understand why it's there. I can understand why it's there. I can understand why it's going to sit there for a long time. Now, don't get me wrong. It was a huge statue. It had like all the colors and everything, the lights and shit. It had everything. But then when he said 2,800, I was like, dude, you know what? You're good. You're good. You're good. Rock out with your cock out, man. You're good. You're good. Somebody said Tiger King Hypno will spend that on a manga set. Well, see, here's the difference, right? Number one, I actually care about manga enough to do it. Number two, I haven't spent $1,000 on any manga set. Number three, it's entertainment, so you can read it, and I get a lot of value out of it. So for that, like, let's say I spend $400 on a manga set that's old, I'm gonna get, 15 to 30, sometimes even more books out of that, and I could just resell it and get all my money back, if not more. So that's always a plus. It holds its value if it's out of print. Sometimes it even goes up in value. Actually, fun fact. I'll give you an example. I bought Sandland from Akira Toriyama. I bought Sandland for like, what was it brand new? I forgot. I think Sandland was like $15 brand new. Something like that. Now I believe it's out of print. And now after his death, it's worth like, I think $70-$80. And that's only one book. First edition, all that nonsense. Anyway, Tarkov, that's pretty exciting that it's coming to Steam. I thought it already was. I have never played this game. I thought it already was, but it's not. So there you go. There you go. TJAP says we are 98.88 away from tier 1. Thank you, TJAP. I appreciate that. Let's get to the next topic. We got only a couple more, and then we're getting to the 3 main topics. Boys, this is hilarious. I don't think anybody's talked about this yet. At least not very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Fair Games. That amazing, weird game. I really don't know what to call it. It's just fucking dead. Like, I know people are coping and seething. I know they got the sad music saying that I genuinely believe this game is fucking dead. And people will fight me on it. They'll be like, no, it's not dead. They're working on it. They're working on it. I'm like, dude, this game's fucking dead. All right. Like the lead person who founded the studio left. And now another key Fair Games developer has left the studio. They tried to do it quietly, but we all know that's not going to happen on the internet. Fair Games was a talk of the town a few weeks when it was rumored that Haven Studios had canceled the upcoming live service game. This claim was retracted within a matter of hours, and as far as we know, Fair Games continues to be developed and backed by PlayStation. However, prospective fans of the game have used their fans. I like how they try to say fans. What fans of Fair Games? Where is there fans of Fair Games? Does anybody know where there's fans of Fair Games? Can you point me in the direction of the fans of Fair Games? Because I can't seem to find them. But in any case, fans of Fair Games have used their eagle-eyed powers to learn that yet another high-ranking departure has occurred at Haven Studios, as the game director of Fair Games has left the company. This news comes just 3 months after the studio's founder also left for greener pastures. That's rough. That's rough. So, unfortunately, it seems as if Daniel Drapau, the former game director at Haven Studios, has left the company to take up a role at WB Games Montreal. Oh, the plot thickens. We literally just talked about WB Games Montreal. Ooh, the plot thickens. Look at that. It's all connected at the end of the day because they all know each other. Very, very interesting, sir. This next Batman game, or whatever the fuck they're working on over there, I know Rocksteady's behind it, but I believe Rocksteady utilizes WB Games Montreal to help them with development sometimes. Regardless, it's still a bad sign for whatever may come out of this studio. It's going to be quite a problem. It seems like all of these big heads are going over to Montreal where they can feel safe. They'll never be fired for being activists. So let me get this straight. Okay? Number one, Fair Games has lost its founder, Jade Raymond. And now, number two, Fair Games has lost its game director. Can anybody confidently tell me that this game is going to be released? That is a massive red flag. You have the founder and the games director leaving. Something very bad is happening with this game. I don't think this game is going to see the light of day. Me personally, I've been saying this. How long have I been saying this? It feels like it's been forever. How long have I been saying this? This game is not going to see the light of day. It's just not. It's just not. This game is going to be fucking dead. And I gotta wonder, so I've been saying Fair Games is going to be dead. Fable is the one that's up in the air. I don't know 100% if Fable's dead or not. That game has been suspiciously quiet. The last update they showed looked almost fake, right? Like it looked like almost one of those like cyberpunk style fucking fake ass trailers that promise you the world and then you're going to get the release of the game and it's going to be shit. Fable is another one that I'm unsure of. Elder Scrolls 6, where the fuck is that game? You know what I mean? But this one in particular, for sure, I'm like 99% sure this game is going to get canceled, or they're going to announce a complete shakeup at the team. They're going to rebuild it from the ground up, all kinds of nonsense. But at this point, considering they canceled like 8 out of 12 live service games, I think this will be number 9. I am almost positive this will be number 9, in my opinion. So we'll follow up with this and we'll see what's going on with this. But at this point, I would not hold my breath, boys. It's gonna be bad. All right, that's it for the fast topics, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. Tiger King says Smash update still on Raven. No way. Let me see.
The second you let your guard down, you're like, you're done. You have to focus the entire time.
Is my battle.
No breaks.
I can't believe I have to fight in this.
How many tries did it take me to kill Raven? Like
Everybody have a super weapon.
8 tries? 7 tries? I don't remember. It wasn't that many. It wasn't that many. Providence took more. How many deaths he up to? I don't know. We've been talking for an hour. Oh my god, bro.
I did block the first one.
Oh my god. Oh. Well, whatever that number is, it's +1. Exactly.
If I want, you can upload a video of you beating Raven. I mean, you don't have to go out of your way to do that, Alucard.
Holy shit.
Let's
watch one more. Hold on. Let's watch one more. Hold on. Yes, he is.
I appreciate that, though.
He is trying to.
I mean, you can do it for other people if you want.
Before the deadline. Yep. Yep. That's what he's doing. Oh my god. Oh.
Damn it.
Another one. Oh my god, bro.
You're wearing a protective exospine.
This is rough, bro. Yeah. All right. We're gonna leave Smash. We're gonna catch up on super chats. He's got to be at like 20 plus deaths by now, bro. He's got to be at like 20 plus deaths easily. Oh my God, bro. It's tough to watch. Yeah, it's beyond tough. Is that live? Yup. Bro, he's been grinding for 4 hours. He finally beat pre-Raven, the bird version of Raven. Now he's fighting the real Raven. And it took him a whole other day fighting the bird Raven and losing. So it took 2 streams to beat one boss. And now he's been for 4 hours trying to do this. He's got until the clock strikes 12 tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day. If he doesn't get it by the last day, by tomorrow, he needs to give me $200. So, all right, he should give it to me today so I can hit tier 1 for fuck's sakes. Where are we at? I'm so mean to Smash sometimes. I gotta stop. No, I don't gotta stop. Where are we at? We got Cal B with 9 months. Sent you a song in Discord. I'm working on a video for take a look at the name of the song and listen later, but I sent it to Smash. He replied. Okay, I'll definitely check it out. Thank you, Cal B. 9 months is insane. That's a long time, bro. Shout out to you. Dark Obsidian becoming a member again, all on his own. Shout out to Dark Obsidian. Thank you, bro. And Xrd with a 5. It would be foolish for them to shut the fan server down because that's ammo for whoever's suing them. I don't know if it's relevant. That's the problem. When it comes to like Ubisoft's lawsuit, I don't know if a private server being shut down has any relevance to what's happening because they can't. It's not like they can deny it and be like, "Oh, we totally didn't kill the game. The game's already dead." They've already killed the game, and they're sticking with that decision, even with the lawsuit. So I don't really know if that's going to do anything. If they shut down the private server, I don't think that's going to like make their lawsuit any worse because they're basically standing on the ground of. It's in our terms of service. We said that it's a license. You don't own the game, blah, 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 whatever. What's really hurting them is that the license was supposed to last until like 2099 or something like that. And they shut the game down, obviously, well before that. So people are saying, well, you sold me a license for up to 2099 and you shut it down in like 2023 or 2024, whatever. That's not 2099. So where's the rest of the years you owe me? Right, that's basically it at this point. That's what the lawyers. Last I heard, that's what the lawyers are harping on. But I guess we'll find out. Sleeping Nova with a 5. You know, if I was Capcom, I would learn from this and make a dedicated team to work on the PC ports. Why haven't they already? That's the thing. Like they outsource all of their PC porting. They should have in-house PC porters, and they should be holding them responsible. Plain and simple. But the truth is that Capcom was a console company, but now with all their success on PC, they have to start shifting. If they don't start shifting their focus and trying to make it work for PC players, well, it's going to be a big problem. You're going to lose a lot of favor. You're going to lose a lot of favor with PC players. Vet Gamer with a 5. Hyper detail for Eve and Raven were $3K each. What? I'm not even, bro. I'm not even. Thank you for the 5, brother. Backbone EJ 8 for 7 months. Ever since corporations started to take over the gaming industry, most of these games come out can't compare from the previous iteration. That's true. That's true. James Opp for 17 months. Keep blocking with your face, Smash JT. You guys know in the time it took me to read these super chats, Smash has died on screen about 4 times now. From what I saw, I have it playing in the background muted to keep an eye on it, but now he's now we're up to here now at this point. Okay, there it is. There it is. Come on. Oh. Oh. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's ballsy healing right in front of Raven. Yeah, she gonna fuck you up for that, bro. That's ballsy. Okay. You better heal up quick. What are you doing? Bro, you don't got that kind of time with Raven. Why would you go for a double heal? What's wrong with you? What is... Come on, bro. What are you doing? Nope. 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 Don't use the pump. Don't use the pump. Good. Good. I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time. This is great. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know, guys. What do you want me to tell you? What do you want me to tell you, bro? Smash is just being Smash. We gotta support him. He blocks too much. Yeah, he regular blocks. That's the problem. He doesn't parry and he doesn't dodge. That's the problem. Like, you can only get through the game so much before you're going to be forced to parry and dodge at some point. I'm not even like, if I wanted to be a dick, I would have told him he had to beat Scarlet. Scarlet, you can't even beat unless you perfect parry. He just died again. If you don't perfect parry with Scarlet, you're not winning. You got a perfect parry like 8 strikes in a row, 8 or 10 strikes in a row, back to back to back to back to back. It's like crazy. Anyway, Dark Obsidian for $9.99. I upgraded all the way up to Sergeant. Let's go, bro. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for that. That's why I kept saying I became a member twice. Oh, I was starting to wonder what was up with that. All right. Makes sense. Shout out to you. Thank you so much, man, for upgrading your membership. I appreciate that, Dark Obsidian. Fucking legend. Zelosi, 16 months. Always remember he agreed to the bet. True, which is why I'm not helping him. Anubis with a 2. He should stick to Pokemon. Nah, too hard. Candy Crush, maybe? Damn. And keep in mind, guys, Smash was like, oh, I want to get to Wu Chang Fallen Feathers eventually. And I'm looking at him like, you want to get to what now? He just died again. You want to get to what? You want to get to Wu Chang? Excuse me? Hell no, bro. Hell no. Don't even bother. Blackguard for 9 months of legendary status. I see Smash JT is going for the Rocky Balboa strategy against Raven. Block all attacks with the face and just try to muscle through. Bold strategy. Let's see if it works out. You know what's funny? So I have a feeling. He beat Expedition 33. I have a feeling that Smash is going to try to pull an easy one, right? So I chose to fight Providence, right? That's an optional boss at the end. He's very hard. Very, very hard. I chose to fight him and beat the game. I feel like Smash is going to skip Providence. I would bet money that if Smash beats Raven, he will skip Providence in order to have an easier time beating the game, in my opinion. And I feel like everybody should troll him for doing that if he does that. I would guarantee that he does that. They're both hard. Yeah, but Providence is a little bit of a motherfucker. So we shall see. Okay. Hold on. We got Old Man Cat for a 2. Check Discord DM, please. He just died again. God damn, bro. Old Man Cat. Let's see. This is what the super chat was talking about. Oh, wow. J&D Studios had. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Yeah, I can't spend that money, bro. Hell no. I can't do it, bro. Absolutely not. Smash got confused by why you're mad at him until he realized it was about Stellar Blade. All right. Is Providence the mech? Yeah. He skips the boss. Hey, Smash, you should go to Rhode Island. Providence is there. Oh, boy. All right. Let's get into the first main topic of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. We got to make fun of Star Wars Outlaws, boys. This is what it is. T-Jab, let me know how far we are from tier 1, brother, if you can. I would greatly appreciate it. Star Wars Outlaws. Any chance we get an opportunity to make fun of Star Wars Outlaws, I am down. I am down for it. It's always a good time. Always. How's he doing, by the way? Yeah. We're going to have a good time. Did I beat Simon in Expedition 33? No, I did not, because I haven't even had a chance to play Expedition 33 because I've been so far behind on video games, unfortunately, that I'm trying to catch up. I just beat Shinobi, Art of Vengeance. I just started Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater today. And then I have, what else do I have? I have Lost Soul Aside that I have to finish, and then I have Hell Is Us at the beginning of this month coming out soon, and then I have Chronos coming out as well, and then I have Silent Hill F coming out as well. Yeah, needless to say, I'm fucking unbelievably busy, and I want to go back and beat Simon. I know I saw videos on the boss fight. It was amazing, but I guess we'll see. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So in today's video, we are going to be covering Star Wars Outlaws. And I know what you're saying. Oh my God, do we really have to cover this game again? Yes, we do. Because Ubisoft deserves all of it, right? Now, here's the reason why we're truthfully covering this again. It's because I want people to understand two different things that are happening right now. Number one, Star Wars Outlaws has been an admitted failure. This game, when it released on all platforms except for the Switch 2, ran like absolute garbage for a month or two before they slowly started to fix it. They eventually had to even remove most of the stealth missions in the game because the system was so broken they couldn't fix it. Well, now, after supposedly fixing the game on other platforms, they're releasing the game on the Switch 2 only for the game to be broken on the Switch 2. It's almost as if they don't even learn their lesson. And this is the reason why this game got felted completely when it came to players. You know, Star Wars Outlaws did not universally release on Steam. It should have, in my opinion, but it didn't. But regardless, when it did finally release on Steam, people didn't care, right? 6 months ago, the highest it ever hit was 3,397. Pretty damn terrible for a AAA game based around the Star Wars IP and universe. But regardless, now we have the Switch 2 port release, which is where the second point of this video comes into play. The third-party games that are releasing on the Switch 2 are doing horribly for the most part. A lot of them are having lag issues, and this is something that we spoke about many times before when the Switch 2 was initially announced to get ready for release. I said all these third-party games that they were announcing for the Switch 2, I didn't understand how any of them were going to be able to successfully run the game. We just talked about Elden Ring on the Switch 2 running like hot garbage. We're talking about 10 to 15 FPS garbage. And apparently Star Wars Outlaws is running almost just as bad as Elden Ring. It's really terrible. But I also understand that Nintendo is trying to get into the third-party space. You know, obviously, everybody knows Nintendo for their first-party games. They're one of the only people still doing exclusivity in the year 2025, aside from Epic Games. Fuck them. But regardless, Star Wars Outlaws is now a latest iteration of a Switch 2 game that is doing terribly, and we got to talk about it. So it's officially scheduled to release on September 4th of 2025. And just days ahead of launch, the game's performance might not be up to standard. Why anybody would be shocked about that, I really don't know. I'm not shocked by this. I feel like this is something that everybody should have seen coming from a mile away. You got a terrible company like Ubisoft that doesn't know how to optimize their video games at release. They always have to fix them after the fact. Then you also got the Switch 2, which is just, for all intents and purposes, weaker hardware. I'm sorry, that's just the truth. It's the weakest hardware out of all the hardware out there, and you're putting a game like Star Wars Outlaws on the platform that really shouldn't be on the platform. Unless you're going to minimize the graphics to the point where it's abysmally bad, there's no reason to put the game on the platform. You're going to have to deal with the bad performance at this point. But anyway, Star Wars Outlaws for Nintendo Switch 2 was announced during the partner showcase on July 31st. Outlaws will be the first Ubisoft game to arrive for the new console. However, a new report reveals that the game's performance is not the best, even with the release less than a week away. It says, spotted by Game Brand, GVG was present at PAX West 2025, where they were able to try Star Wars Outlaws for the Switch 2. Their new YouTube video states that Nintendo had all the games from Gamescom 2025 at display at PAX West 2025, with the only exception being Star Wars Outlaws. They were able to test the Star Wars Outlaws at this event, but they were not allowed to capture any gameplay footage of the demo version. Oh, that is sus. That is highly sus. We should throw a red flag on the field right now. And the funny thing is, you're going to have some Nintendo shills. They're going to be like, that doesn't mean the game runs terribly. It just means they want us, whatever excuse. Stop spoilers. I really don't know. The game's been out for a while. What are you trying to spoil? This is a massive red flag. Throw the flag on the field. Everybody should be notified about this. This is why we make videos. This is why we talk about the industry. This is why we talk about these companies, because if it was up to them, they would hide this shit. If it was up to the journalists, the gaming journalists, they would hide this too, right? Or they would hide this information from the journalists. Fuck that. right? This is unbelievable. But anyway, their YouTube video states that Nintendo had all the games on display except for Star Wars Outlaws. They were able to test it at this event, but they weren't able to capture any gameplay. And GBG was not allowed to even have over-the-shoulder cameras to record footage. The only option was to play it and discuss it, and that is it. Once they played Star Wars Outlaws on the Switch 2, and it was evident that the performance was kind of rough, the video adds that Star Wars Outlaws runs pretty poorly on the Switch 2. I'm going to call it right now. We're going to be calling probably like 10 to 15 FPS on average, right? During like crazy sequences, you might get lucky and get 25 FPS during like some regular exploration, running around and whatnot. But the moment any kind of action shows up, 10 to 15 FPS is going to be what happens. Same exact thing with Elden Ring. It's a fucking joke. The demo only featured closed sequences that included a Star Destroyer and a space fight. The reason why they showcase closed sequences is because they don't want open world sequences. You want to know why? Because it's harder to render the open world. Anytime you showcase a sequence that's inside of a building where you have an actual surrounding around you, it's way better on your system. It's way better graphically in terms of performance, and it runs better. This is why they're not showing any open world sequences, because if the moment you got to go open world, the game is going to run like complete shit. No open world sequences were available, and even in the closed sequences, the frame rate dropped below 30 FPS several times. The video clarifies that there was no way to analyze the drops as no footage was recorded, but the drops felt very significant. In other news, the Star Wars Jedi main character is making his TV debut next month. Also, Ubisoft canceled Star Wars Outlaws sequel very, very early. Now, we had talked about this. Apparently, they had plans for a sequel for Star Wars Outlaws 2. I really don't know why they would even plan such a thing, because the reception for this game has been awful. All right, without even looking at the overall reviews, which are shockingly better than even Monster Hunter Wilds. To be fair, it's only 6,000 reviews versus 270,000 plus for Monster Hunter, but it's still at 71%. 71%. With 652 people playing the game right now, and the highest it ever was 3,397. You got 7 people watching this game right now on Twitch, with a 24-hour peak of 38 people, and an all-time peak over a year ago of 116,620. So here's what I'm going to say, okay? When it comes to Star Wars Outlaws, and this will probably be hopefully the final video I make on Star Wars Outlaws, the game's an absolute joke. We all know that. In terms of a Star Wars game, it's a massive failure. In terms of a regular game, it's an even bigger failure, right? Star Wars Outlaws had everything going for it in terms of name brand. It had Ubisoft behind it. It had all the money and support in order to make it into something special, and they decided to make it into something stupid. And then they let players just have a field day making fun of it because, well, they get what they deserve at this point. Ubisoft, unfortunately, didn't treat the game properly. They didn't treat the IP properly. They wanted to turn it into something of whatever the hell their vision was for the game, and nobody liked it. Switch 2 is not going to be a platform that's going to be able to run this game properly. If the game was not running properly on some of the biggest PCs out there, the best hardware out there, what makes you think the game is going to run properly on the Switch 2? It took them months to be able to fix the game on PC. What do you think is going to happen when they have to limit the game tremendously in order to run on the Switch 2? It's not going to end well. So chances are this game is going to release and it's going to need multiple patches to work on the Switch 2. And unfortunately, a lot of Nintendo people are probably going to buy it because they see Star Wars, they see third party, they're not used to third party, they want to add to their collection, whatever. It's going to be a big issue. So hopefully I could get this video out to as many people as possible and throw some red flags on the field. If they don't allow you to record footage for a video game that's been out for over a year, and they're allowing you to record footage for video games that have been out in less than a month, that is a problem. They are clearly hiding something, and you guys need to know about it. So you guys let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about Star Wars Outlaws on the Nintendo Switch 2? Do you think it's something that might be fixed? Do you think it's unfixable because of the platform? Whatever it may be, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. The game is cooked. Throw the red flags on the field. Throw the red flags on the field. Mauler is preparing a big Outlaws video. Is he? Is he? That'll be cool. That'll be cool. Speaking of cool,
3 in a row.
Timing.
She usually does 1, maybe 2 in a row. She did the move 3 times in a row right there.
Perfect timing. That's pretty good. My chat was up during recording. I don't care. It's fine.
I guess I will be raiding the Smashcast tonight
I'll turn it off.
and not eating dinner.
Bro, okay, if he's doing Smashcast, I have the bet in the bag, bro. I have the bet in the bag. Why would you do Smashcast instead of playing Stellar Blade and trying to beat it knowing you have a $200 bet on the line? That's rough. Is he on normal? Yes, he's on normal. Let's watch one more death, and then we're going to get to the next main topic. One more death, one more death. We know what's coming. Come on. Nope.
I was literally blocking those two.
He's gonna hate me, bro. He's gonna hate me so much. He's gonna hate me so much. It's bad. It's
Eat
gonna
during
be
the
really
intro.
bad.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. I might actually do that.
Let's watch again. Come on, hurry up. Go die again. Go die again, Smash.
This is my battle.
I'll do it during Red
Blocks,
Boys, right?
Blocks don't do anything. He relies on
If I don't
blocks
get
too
Red
much.
Boys, I'll just starve.
Blocks work in the rest of the game. It's not going to work here, bro. Blocks do not work on Raven. She will eat through your fucking stamina, and then you're cooked. There you go. There you go. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Holy shnikes. 3 times again.
Bro, he's getting absolutely cooked. Absolutely cooked. Let's catch up on any super chats. Let's check Rumble. YouTube is... I don't see anything on YouTube right now. What the fuck is going... Why is it not working? There we go. I had to scroll up for Rumble. Rumble, where we at, man? Rumble, where are we? Let's see. We got Vindictus Prime with $1. This is why I want to start seeing de-skinned games. They can keep the IP from their now shitty stories. You can't patent gameplay, despite how shitty patent law already is. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. Sirloins with $1. The fact that Capcom is bitching about PS5, he died again, by the way, prices shows me that they're not listening to the players, so fuck them. Dude, again, I want people to understand, Capcom had enough time to introduce 66 DLCs, okay, for their game that is currently broken for months on the PC platform. 66 DLCs. But you can't fix the game. You can't figure out how to fix it. You're gonna wait till the end of the year for you to fix the game. Okay. All right. Whatever. Deadeye's locked for $1. What does the Democrats and DSP have in common besides acting like grifting retards? They both have massive debt that WB would be proud of. I mean, to be fair, WB probably has more debt than all of them. Just to be fair, probably has more debt than literally all of them. They're $40 billion in debt. That's more than some small countries have. One company. Sirloins for $1. I'll give you $649.99 to skip Silent Hill F. No, you won't, bro. Stop it. No, you won't. He died again, by the way. Oh shit. No, you won't. Shout out to Sirloins. Thank you so much, brother, for the $1. I appreciate that. Okay. Oh wait, we got Lucifer Morning with a 5. Why do I keep seeing Smega JT getting pegged by a girl? Because it's funny. It's funny. He's died 4 times in the time it took me to read 2 super chats. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. When do you normally get that opportunity? Radio Chimp with a 5. This feels like elder abuse, and I'm older than him. Now that's funny. Now that's funny. Shout out to Radio Chimp, bro. It does feel a little bit abusive, doesn't it? Boys, like to stream. It's time to get into the second topic of the evening. We're going to talk about Perfect Dark. I'm going to stop watching Smash JT die. I can't look away, though. I can't look away. He's so close to dying again. Hold on. I can't look away. I'm sorry. I'm addicted to the abuse. Oof. Oh. All right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm going to look again at some point in time. All right, let's talk about Perfect Dark. No, not Veridark. Not Veridark. We're going to... People like, bruh. People are like, bruh, I'm sorry, man. It's hilarious. Let's talk about Perfect Dark. And then after this, we're going to cover the Asmongold and female streamer situation. Female streamer. Dare Soto, Hypno, this is too much. You have a problem. Should we take this to a therapy? No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Guys, we got to talk about Perfect Dark. Justin with a 5. Damn, are we not at tier 1 yet with this one? Justin with a 5 says Hypnos is better than Smash JT. Puerto Ricans better than quasi-Italians. Plantains better than eggplants. That's funny. You're going to piss off the Italians in the chat. Veridark is better than Perfect Jawline. Fair. Veridark is Perfect Dark. Fair. There you go. Senna says 550 viewers. Hit the like button. I agree. This is therapy. What do you mean? I agree. It is like a car crash. You can't look away. Exactly. I need people to understand that. All right. Let's talk about Perfect Dark. So I didn't know this, but apparently they were trying to revive this game. And they were actually having talks behind the scenes to revive this game, and they have officially fell through. That's the small gist of the story. But we're going to kind of get into... I have 2 articles pulled up on this one talking about this situation because I didn't even realize they were trying to save this fucking game. This is how important shit like this is to people over there. They're like, yep. And the crazy thing is, like, it was revealed this game, the trailer that they showcased was fake. That they faked like 98% of the trailer. They pulled a Cyberpunk and they tried to pass it off as gameplay. It's fucking wild. Like, imagine the balls on these people. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick drink and then we're going to get into it. Hold on. All right, let's talk about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about Perfect Dark. Now, I know this is a game that a lot of you probably didn't think we'd be talking about again because obviously it got canceled and everybody knows that. But apparently there was talks behind the scenes that I was unaware of up until recently, where Take-Two was in talks to try to save Xbox's Perfect Dark reboot. Yes, apparently they were trying to save the game. The publisher was trying to rescue the canceled Xbox game, according to multiple news outlets. And I find this to be extremely interesting. You know, it's funny where you look at some of these corporations, these studios, and you look at them and you see what they are fighting for, right? What kind of games they are fighting for. I want to remind all you guys that Perfect Dark, not only was it canceled, but it was revealed by people that worked on the game and also people outside that have leakers from within the studio. It has been revealed and proven that the game trailer that we saw, that they showcased to us, was like 98% fake. The majority of the trailer was fake. All of those sequences, all those scenes where they said this was supposedly in-game footage, right? It was in-gameplay footage, all that stuff. Apparently, all of it was fake, and they didn't really have much of a game to really work with. Apparently, all they did was make a little demo for the trailer, scripted it a little bit, and that was basically it, right? They had a little bit of a vertical slice demo, and then they pushed it out there and try to pretend like they're totally far in development. So I find it interesting that they were so desperate to save a game that apparently didn't really have much in development done to it in the first place. And they already spent so much money on this game to begin with, but I guess, you know, it was super important for them. So Take-Two was reportedly in discussion to save Xbox's canceled Perfect Dark reboot, but negotiations recently collapsed over details of a potential deal. That's according to Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, who reports that the collapse of talks between Microsoft, Take-Two, and Crystal Dynamics owner Embracer resulted in an unspecified number of layoffs at Crystal Dynamics last month. Crystal Dynamics was co-developing Perfect Dark alongside California-based The Initiative before the game was canceled in July, and its developer closed as part of sweeping layoffs across Microsoft. The game, a remake of the classic spy shooter from developer Rare, was announced in 2020 and featured in last summer's Xbox Summer Showcase. So this summer showcase is the one where they had that trailer Did everybody realize this now that was faked, right? So they announced the game in 2020, and all they had to show for it, right, for 4 years worth of work was a vertical slice demo that they tried to pass off as in-game footage. That's really what they had. That's all they had. And they're trying to save that game. That's all they had after 4 years of work. According to Bloomberg sources, Take-Two was in discussions with Microsoft and Embracer to fund and publish the game. But the deal apparently collapsed in part because the companies were unable to come to terms over long-term ownership of the Perfect Dark franchise. Now, I could see them fighting over this. I could see how this would be a problem. The simple fact is that they didn't see any benefit to this game. They shut the game down for a reason. The game was in development for so many years, and they had little to nothing to show for it. Massive amount of money spent on this game. Why would they want to continue for another XYZ amount of years? Why would they want to invest another 4 to, let's say, 6 years? Why? For what? What are they going to gain from that, right? But also, you also got to remember that a lot of these studios don't like selling off IPs because you never know when an IP will become worth something. So the last thing they're going to want to do is sell off the IP, even though they cancel the game that they were working on with that IP. A lot of these studios rather just let IPs sit and die or IPs sit and rot in their vaults and never do anything with them. Disney is notorious for this, right? Disney is very well known for doing this. So a lot of these places will do something like that. So I could understand that fighting over the franchise will be the dominant reason why this deal was unable to be made. Representatives for both Embracer, Xbox, and Take-Two all declined to comment because they don't want people to know this is happening, right? If they cancel the game, the last thing they want is for Take-Two or anybody else to undermine them and try to bring the game back. They're not going to want to do that. But Microsoft confirmed a significant wave of layoffs this summer, which reportedly saw as much as 4% or roughly 9,100 of the company's total employees across all departments, including video games, affected. Now, those layoffs were massive, right? They were massive. They were huge. And everybody knows about them. They fired over 25,000 people last year alone in the gaming industry. Now, this year, it is rapidly approaching that number. And actually, if you account for the tech layoffs that have affected some companies like Microsoft that aren't necessarily in their gaming sectors, then it might even be more than last year. That's how many people have been getting fired. It is fucking nuts. It is absolutely nuts. So, along with the cancellation of Perfect Dark, its studio, The Initiative, also closed down. However, the report also states that leadership from the studio and Crystal Dynamics have been trying to get a publisher for the last 2 months. While negotiations did happen with a few, Take-Two was the farthest along. So it doesn't seem like this is ending. It seems like they're going to continue to try to get somebody to take over this game and fund the game. I don't understand why this is so important to them. I can understand why it's so important to Crystal Dynamics because, let's be real, that jawline, they love this shit. They love this. They imagine their Lara Croft looking even more manlier than this. It gets them off. But then it says, while chances for Perfect Dark to return are seemingly unlikely, it could see the light of day. Tango Gameworks, which Xbox shut down after the success of Hi-Fi Rush. Let me be very clear. Hi-Fi Rush was an amazing game. But when you talk about financially, it was not successful. All right. I want to be very clear. It was an awesome game. I had a lot of fun playing Hi-Fi Rush. It was a really good game. But it doesn't mean it was financially successful. It was successful in the eyes of people that played it. People loved it. And I was also sad when Tango Gameworks got shut down. But to be fair, they were also saved by Krafton. And that's what people are hoping for here. People are hoping that a company like Krafton or somebody else saves Perfect Dark so that this massive jaw can come to fruition finally, and all these activists can get the game that they're clearly going hard for. So, and also keep in mind too, apparently there was rumors that Crystal Dynamics was having big issues, at least from an ideological standpoint or a creative standpoint, with the original developers that were working alongside them on this game. So there was a lot of problems with this game, a ton of problems with this game. And it's very clear that it's only going to continue to affect this particular franchise. And I don't really think we're going to end up seeing Perfect Dark, honestly, anywhere at this point. And keep in mind, if you look at what Jason Schreier said, Embracer had apparently come close to striking a deal with the video game publisher Take-Two Interactive Software, which would purchase the game from Microsoft Corp's Xbox, which owned the rights completely, but Take-Two would then fund and publish the game. But the talks collapsed, at least in part because the companies involved were unable to come over terms with the long-term ownership of Perfect Dark franchise, said the people who requested anonymity because they were not authorized to speak about sensitive negotiations. So apparently, again, how close this deal was, I really don't know, to be honest with you. But at this point, I think they should just let this game die. If you want to make a Perfect Dark game, make it from scratch, because whatever they were doing with the first one, whatever the hell this is, I don't think anybody really wants this, aside from the people that say they want it, and then they're never going to buy it on Twitter, which is a lot of people that are like that. This game had more likes and retweets than it would have had players. That's just the truth. So you guys let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about this situation with Perfect Dark? Do you think the game should come back to life? Do you think the game should just die off completely? Let me know whatever it is you may think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Let it die. Let it die. Let it die. Let it die. Wow. Hold on. There was a lot of super chats that came in. Radio Chimp. Oh, I read that one. Hypno's Dog with a 5. Yo, Shinky's dad, why were you watching Washed Up Streamer? Is Mussolini even worth watching at this rate? Also, will you co-op for Borderlands 4? Not on stream. I tend to review games. Oh, Smash got a little bit farther. Hold on. I tend to review games solo. Never mind. I didn't get to it fast enough.
It's up and comes down and kills me.
I tried to get
Holy shit. Alucard says I refuse to see Hypno win. Me too. Me too.
I tried to get to it fast enough.
All right, I got one more in me, and then we got to start the Smashcast tonight.
One more. Here we go. Let's watch the last
I know. That's what's really motivating me, Glowmite, is just to beat
You're
this
excited
so I
for the
can play
Space
other
Marine 2
games.
Year 2 roadmap? That's awesome, bro.
Is my battle.
That's
She
awesome.
is brutal.
Space Marine has a lot of content. It's actually pretty good. All right, come on. Let's see it. Are we getting closer to $200? Let's see. He actually got it to almost half health. He got it to almost half health, but I didn't get to show you fast enough because he died. There you go, Parry JT. Parry JT. Yeah, Parry JT. Let's go. Yo, he's sweating. Look at his neck. He's sweating. Do you see this? Look at this. This man's sweating. You see the line? This man is sweating. Holy shit.
Fuck.
Oh, you sweat. Bro, look
All
at
right,
all
one more.
Look at the sweat. Look at it. That's crazy. Sweating.
Hypno's watching me. He's stream sniping.
He's sweating.
Damn.
You sweating.
Hi, Hypno.
Sweaty JT.
Is my battle.
Oh my god. All right, one more. Then we're gonna get to the final topic.
No
one
pressure.
more.
Everyone's watching.
One more. Don't get nervous. Don't get nervous. Come on, don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. Watch it. Parry. Oh, Parry J. Oh. Oh no.
Blocking.
Oh no.
Hell.
Oh no.
Okay, I wasn't blocking.
Oh no.
For that time. But the other two, I was definitely blocking. Okay. First try. Here we go. First try.
Oh, you're going again? He's going again. He's going literally again. What are you doing? Don't do it.
Is my battle.
Don't do it. Oh no, man. This is rough. It's like 5 hours of this. I gotta give it to him. At least he's trying. The journalists, they would just get someone else to beat the game for them and then give them screenshots. Actually, no, that's not true. They get their screenshots from the company. They get corporate screenshots. Oh my god. Oh, that's rough. Oh. You respect the dedication? Yeah, no, he's dedicated. That's good.
There we go.
That's good. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, nice dodge. No, oh. Nope. You're dead.
Sure, Alucard. Thank you again, man. Appreciate you.
Wow. All right. Well,
seriously, last try though, because I really do have to.
I'm not watching last try. He's gonna die. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Catch up on super chats really quick. Again, I usually play solo when I review my games. I'm sorry, Hypnos Dog with a 2. Veridark is the only perfect dark you should think of. Shout out to you, man. Secret Final Boss with a 2. Smash AT is now Smash YD. You died. I had to. Angels of Destiny with 4 months. And again, keep in mind, I genuinely believe he's gonna skip the last boss. I really do believe he's gonna skip the last boss. Angels of Destiny with 4 months. I wish they just released an original on PC. I'd buy and play the shit out of it, as Perfect Dark is one of my favorite games. That would be cool. That would be cool, but it all depends on who's doing it. That's the problem. It all comes down to who's doing it, who's working on these remakes or remasters. It's a big issue. Big issue. Justin! Holy shit. Justin with a $20 banger over on...
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to Justin. He says 20. Smash JT should have his attorney, Ron Coleman, fight his battles, especially in games. Thank you, Hypno, for the content. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate that. I don't know if Ron Coleman can play the games better than Smash. I mean, at this point, anything's possible. Anything is literally possible. But I guess we'll see. All right, let's get into the last topic of the day. We are 39.83 away from tier 1. Shout out to T-Jep. Thank you, bro. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Okay. Where are we at? Let's get to that fucking crazy ass meltdown shit. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Hypnotic, just show your fucking face, bruh. Okay, got it. I see what this is. Hold on. I see what this is. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second. How can I... All right, I got you, man. Hold on. I got you. Since you asked nicely. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Don't go nowhere. Give me 1 second. Where is it at? I took a selfie the other day. Where the fuck is it? God damn it. Hold on. Took a selfie the other day. I gotta upload it. Damn, man. A lot of pictures. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Don't go nowhere. Where are we at? Let's see. Sorry, chat. We got to hold up the last topic. Somebody has made a request, and we all need to kneel before him. So hold on. Give me 1 second. Wants attention, so we're gonna give him some attention. Let's see. I know I got it here somewhere. Why does my shit keep resetting? This is terrible. Oh, I found it. All right, there we go. Let's just take that. All right, cool. There we go. All right, let me upload this. I got you, bro. Just give me a second, man. I'm sorry about that. All right, I'm gonna turn off the avatar and we'll get you situated. I'm sorry. All right, hold on. Okay. Well, face reveal time, I guess, guys. I mean, listen, he asked nicely, so it is what it is. Got to do what we're told, I suppose. You know, got to do what we're told. So, let's see. Let's go here. All right, bro. I mean, listen, you asked. You asked, bro. Now, can you show your face? 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 Thank you, bro. Thank you. I try, man. I try, bro. I try. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Listen, I never did a face reveal ever. I was hoping to save it for like 1 million subs, but you know what? For you, I did it right away, man. I did it right away, brother. I hope you can appreciate that. Hopefully that earns a subscription. Now all the rumors are true, right? All the rumors are true. Ugly as fuck. That's why I use an avatar. You know, like every other VTuber or whatever on the planet. You know what I'm saying? So let's just hide this, and there you go. There you go. Put the mask back on. Hey, listen, I tried to warn you guys. Nobody want to listen. Nobody want to listen. That's not my fault. Tried to warn you. All right, no, seriously. Let's get. Yo, wait, our cuz saving tier 1. Our cuz with a $40 mega banger says, I feel bad for Smash JT. I mean, I am older by 10 years and I beat Stellar Blade with all side quests completed. I have old man reaction time and I can still outplay him. Yeah. Nope. Smash JT can suck it and pay you. Well, chances are he's probably going to stream after Smashcast. Depending how late it is, because this is old man JT, right? So you got to imagine he gets tired more often. Lucky for him, he's on the West Coast, so he can stay up later and not affect him as bad. But yeah, it's one of those things where I don't think it's reaction time, man. Oh, I mean, it is. I meant to say I don't think it's age. There you go. I don't think it's age. I think it's, man, I don't know what it is, bro. Smash JT, we love him, but he's just not that great at games, man. I don't really know what to say. Thank you for the 40. I was trying to be sensitive. I couldn't come up with an excuse. He's going to blame it on the controller? Probably, to be honest with you. Senor JT. That's what you got to call him. Senor. You got to roll the R. Senor JT. Shout out to Senor JT. Reaction times are proven to diminish after around 25 years old. Really? Because I feel like I've been pretty on point. And I'm old. I'm old. Anyway, let's get into the last topic, boys. Tier 1 has been saved. Thank you, our cuz. I appreciate you, brother. You're amazing. And I'm happy to hear that you kicked the game's ass, man. That's a plus. Listen, to be fair, I want Smash JT to win. I've been saying that since the beginning. Obviously, I fuck with him and I troll him and whatnot. But I want him to win. We're olding, man. Yeah, man, we're olding. We're getting old. The gravity is coming down on us all. What is that? I swear he records streams and uploads more than he plays games. Well, yeah, of course. I think what you were thinking, Hypnotic, that Smash JT problem is poor hand-eye coordination. No, I think what it is that he doesn't retain information. That's the problem. He doesn't retain information when playing video games that require you to retain information. So when you're playing a game like Stellar Blade, where these bosses have patterns, multiple patterns that you have to memorize, he doesn't memorize them, right? He tries to, but he really doesn't, because he says the pattern, and then when the pattern shows up, he doesn't actually counter the pattern. He just blocks. Like, he holds the block button. That's not going to work because your stamina is going to run out. You have to parry. You have to dodge. If you don't do either of those things, you're not beating the last couple of bosses. It's just not happening. It's not happening. So you have to memorize those patterns. And I don't think he's good at memorizing those patterns. He might say that he is, but it's not translating on screen, basically. Anyway. Sir Loins, a 19-year-old dog with Parkinson's can play the game better than Smash. Oh my God. God damn. Benedictus Prime with $1. I'm too young to be too old for this shit. Facts. Shout out to you, bro. I mean, I didn't say that much, but I mean, you are saying it. So, guys, we got to cover this last topic. This is a doozy. So, that female gamer is now fighting against that female gamer. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I made a video today saying that female gamer or this female gamer, and it wasn't Madam Savvy. I know. And people were like, what? You said this female gamer and it's not Madam Savvy? Yes. Yes, I did, because this is a female gamer, or at least she says she is. We really don't think so. But anyway, so we got a this female gamer versus this female gamer scenario. And it's quite confusing. So I did a video talking about this person, Peach or whatever. And in the video, we discussed how she was playing the victim. At least that's how it seemed anyway. She was playing the victim. She was part of the Counter-Strike match. She was absolutely terrible as Counter-Strike. Ironically, she was the best one on the team according to the KD ratio in that game, which makes it even funnier. But the guys were trolling her, right? They were trolling her just like they would troll anybody else. She decided to turn it into a sexism, misogyny thing. And she turned it into a, well, you're only doing this because I'm a woman thing. So obviously people melted down over it, and people rightfully criticized her for it. And now we have full victim explosion. When I tell you guys, like, the meaning of words are important, this is why people really need to stop misusing the word grift, because grift is this, right? This is right here. This is grift. All right. This is grift because this person is doing this purposefully. They know exactly what they're doing. They know that they can grow their Twitch account by playing victim. It's worked for other women before. And you know for a fucking fact she doesn't believe a single thing she's saying, because she literally laughed and said that, oh man, they're low-key cooking me. Ha ha ha. Like, she laughed at them. She laughed with them when they were making fun of her. So she knows exactly what she's doing, and she's clipping these people, and she's trying to make it seem like she's a victim of some form of like female-only harassment. It's like, bro, there are men that get way worse shit, way more shit than this woman ever got, and nobody talks about it. You want to know why? Because nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares, right? Literally nobody cares. But when it's a woman, all of a sudden people are going to be like, that's horrible. Oh my God. Why do you have to deal with that? Oh, you shouldn't have to deal with that. Harassment needs to end. But they don't give a fuck when it's men that get way worse harassment on a daily basis. And at a much higher ratio, by the way, ironically, because obviously there's way more male gamers than there are women, at least when it comes to games like this. Then what makes it worse is that now she's going full mask off with the obvious talking points and the plot points and everything she's got lined up here, where now we have liberal ideology rearing its ugly head. What any of this has to do with anything, I really don't know. I don't know. But this is where we're at. So anyway, let's talk about it. This is bad as getting banned asking if you're a noob. Yeah, I suppose so. So let's get into this, boys, and let's talk about it. Savvy equals that female gamer. Yes. Savvy equals that female gamer. Correct. All right. And obviously this has to do with Asmongold. Asmongold gets name dropped hard right here. Boom, right at the end. I wonder if her Peach is heavenly, bro. Repent. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we have ourselves a little bit of an update regarding the female Twitch streamer by the name of Peach. Now, if you guys missed my last video, Peach had a little bit of a melty melt because she was claiming that she was being targeted for being a woman in Counter-Strike, where she uploaded a clip of herself grenading herself, not checking her corners, getting completely destroyed when she was the last one alive for her team. And then the men, when they started to make fun of her, she decided to go online, clip all of that, and turn it into a anti-woman thing when it's just a people talking shit thing. That's really what it is. We all know that that's the same thing that would happen to a male if they did the same exact thing, if not worse. We all know that. Now, apparently she's had a little bit of a melty melt on X over here, and it is a long statement. And the reason why I'm covering it, I normally wouldn't care, because now at this point she's like, I'm leaving. She's doing the typical thing that worked like 2 years ago. It's not going to work now, where she's like, I'm leaving X for Blue Sky. It's so much better over there. You and like 5 people. But in any case, the reason why we're talking about it is because this female gamer is now having arguments with that female gamer. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Madam Savvy has thrown herself into the mix of this, and I want to talk about it. So let's go over the initial statement first and see what she has to say, because apparently she throws in liberal ideology into this, and I don't know why she's doing that. And on top of that, she's throwing in Asmongold. She's literally blaming Asmongold for the supposed harassment she's getting, even though she claimed that she's used to getting a ton of harassment for being a female anyway. But apparently it's all Asmongold's fault. It's very odd. So I have been thinking for a few days whether or not to post this. We all know that means that she was getting ready to post this because it feels a little pointless. Unfortunately, that tweet ended up on the wrong side of Twitter. Now, what's the wrong side of Twitter exactly? At least there's another side to Twitter that we can actually see, because back in her heyday, you couldn't even see the other side of Twitter because it would always get shadow banned. So there you go. I understand what I'm about to say will fall on deaf ears, and most will likely not be seen by all the 11 million people who saw my previous post. Oh, so you're fishing? She's fishing for the same amount of engagement. She really got addicted to it. She's hoping it continues. But I think I owe myself to defend myself. No, I think what she's trying to do is farm for a second big hit like she got the first time. She says, I played thousands of matches of Counter-Strike. That's great. So have I. Over 1,000 on Faceit alone. The clip I posted was nowhere near the worst things I have heard in lobbies. The clip didn't even showcase the worst things they said in that game. I have heard worse directed at women, at people of color. This is where the ideology comes into play. What the fuck does any of this have to do? So women and people of color. Okay. What about the white people in the game that got harassment? You don't care about them? It doesn't matter. What about the men in the game? You don't care about them. You only care about them if they're black getting harassment. Is that what we're dealing with here? So this is where it shows me where her mindset is at, where if you are a perpetual victim and you're looking for victimhood, you will find it. It's only a matter of time. You will find victimhood in anything as long as you look hard enough. But anyway, I have heard worse directed at women and people of color. At my streamer friends, I have heard it all. The point of the clip was to not call out this specific instance as being the worst thing ever said to me on the internet, but rather how quickly an average lobby goes from 0 to 100 on Faceit if I so much as make one single mistake, or even sometimes after the first word out of my mouth in warm-up. If you can't understand that, the tweet wasn't meant for you. So right off the bat, I want to make it very clear. That's not what she did. She tried to showcase that this is what women go through, and she tried to make it seem like it's only exclusively women, because she was out there saying, can all the nice guys please speak up for women like me? She was trying to make it seem like it's about women only, when the simple truth is that anybody that's played Counter-Strike or anybody that's played any competitive shooter will understand that everybody gets hands. Right? You guys know what I mean by that? Everybody gets hands, meaning that we talk shit to literally everybody. It doesn't matter what you are. It's actually one of the most equal opportunity things that are out there that exist in this world. Shit talking in online competitive video games is equal opportunity employer. It goes after everybody, and you're trying to make it seem as if you're being singled out, and that's where people have a problem with this. She says, I've heard worse directed at women and people of color. My streamer friends, I've heard it all. And that apparently, if you can't understand that the tweet wasn't meant for you, after this game, I didn't end the stream. I didn't send anyone to harass these people or report them. I don't believe that. I literally don't believe that. At least the reporting aspect of it, I don't believe it at all, because you said in the tweet that you try to report people like this and usually nothing comes of it. And you say if they get banned, well, it doesn't matter. More people are going to do it. So don't tell me you don't report people when you literally said you do before. I kept it moving, trying to bring the vibes back and play with some friends. For those of you saying women are too weak and shouldn't be allowed into game, you are fucking brain dead. You saw a 30-second clip and ran with 10,000 assumptions about how you think I handled the situation. Well, to be fair, there were other women that were saying that you were too weak and shouldn't be allowed to play the game. Just to be fair, I'm actually going to talk about one of them in a couple of minutes, but you literally were getting shit from other women as well that were saying, like, what are you complaining about? What are you doing? This is competitive gaming. If you're going to complain about comms and people making fun of you on comms, there is a mute button that you can utilize, right? There's a mute button that you can utilize, but let's be 100% real with this. They will never utilize the mute button because they cannot farm victim points if they utilize the mute button. The mute button is going to deny them all the victim points they can get on Twitter if they clip something and put it out there. We know that to be true. Clearly, if I had known 11 million people were going to see that tweet, you were hoping, I'm sure, I would have provided better context, but I didn't, and it's too late. Well, see, here's the thing. If you provide context, that means you don't get the viral views, right? Anytime these videos go out there and go viral, it's because they are contextless. They make your situation look the worst, and they make other people look the worst. That's basically it. That's all it's about. The same thing happened with the last woman who went viral. She left out the context where she was talking shit to the people in the game, baiting them, saying all kinds of wild shit. And then when they responded with something even wilder, she clipped it and put it on X and played victim. Same thing's happening here, in my opinion. People didn't even bother to open the original thread where the other worst clip was. I opened it. Wasn't bad at all. It sounded like shit talking to me. So I don't know what you guys are expecting me to do. Maybe not complain. To any content creators, women in the CS space, learn from my mistakes so you don't have to experience thousands of people threatening to R-word you and off you for a 30-second Counter-Strike clip. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the internet, number one. I don't condone the nonsense that people are supposedly doing. If people are really threatening to R-word her and off her for the clip, that's fucking retarded, obviously. But you're trying to take the trolls and turn them into the norm. You're trying to take the small amount of people trolling you on X and you're trying to say, well, this is what happens because I was just a woman trying to play a game. No. Not at all. This is what happens when you try to build a narrative that everybody can see through, and then we laugh at you and make fun of you for that narrative that you tried to build. That's what happens here. And then here's where it goes completely off the rails. Okay, this goes like way off the rails. A special fuck you to Asmongold for using his influence to send hate to smaller creators in the space. I will be laughing when karma catches up to you one day. What? Where the hell, like, why is Asmongold getting hate for this? It's because Asmongold did a video recently talking about this situation and obviously saying the same exact things that we're all saying about this situation, where Asmongold laughed at it and he said, unfortunately, this is just how it goes, where women know that they can play victim with this nonsense. And sadly, he was right. He was right. And then, of course, you're trying to say, oh, you'll be laughing when karma catches up to you one day. So let me get this straight. You're going to be laughing if something bad were to supposedly happen to Asmongold. But now that something bad is happening to you, you want everybody to feel bad for you. Don't you think that's in and of itself is karmic? Don't you think that that's your own karma coming back to you in some way, shape, or form? I feel like that's a little bit ridiculous, no? Why would you wish bad on someone? Why would you say you would laugh at someone's misfortune and then you going through misfortune right now, at least in your own words, now you got a problem with it? All Asmongold did was give his opinion and speak the truth. He didn't send anybody your way. That's completely bullshit. He didn't send anybody your way. The same people that he did a video on talking about your misfortunate video is the same people that has been utilized to bolster other creators' smaller YouTube channels and make them into bigger creators. The background NPC, when she was founded, had less than 1,000 subs. She's sitting at almost 200,000 subs within a couple of days because of Asmongold's community connecting with her. She's a female. She was a smaller content creator. So what's your excuse? The excuse is that you don't have one, right? You very clearly just don't like the fact that they were laughing at you. Because I promise you, and I would bet so much money on the following statement that I'm about to make. If Asmongold were to have sent people your way, right? Which, by the way, he doesn't send anybody anyway. All he does is say, here's the video that I'm reacting to. I want to give people credit. Make sure you guys check out the video, give it a like and all that stuff. It doesn't matter. He has to give people, credit for videos. Otherwise, that's stealing content. If he were to have sent people your way and it was for something positive, right? And you garnered, let's say, hundreds of thousands of subs from Asmongold's influence, you would not be saying a fucking thing that you're saying right now. You would not be claiming he's a roach king. You would not be claiming he attacks smaller creators. You would not be claiming anything. You would be celebrating it. You'd be so thankful. You would say, thank you, Daddy Roach King. You'd be like, thank you so much for sending your roaches to me. I appreciate it so much. And now I can make a ton of money off of all the men who are going to feel bad for me. It's ridiculous, man. And here she says the following note, which is always a good one. Petty side note. To all you fuckheads who keep flaming me for being bad and that I deserve it, the dudes were dead with 1 kill on the board while I had 5 and literally calmed incorrectly, which led to my death. So before, all you dumbasses would have never loaded up Counter-Strike, but think you know everything because you played Call of Duty when you were 12 years old. Shut the fuck up. My duo, also female, top fragged. And this bot fucker dropped like 10 kills total. Go fuck yourselves. So seems like she's really upset, which is fine. You could be upset. Now, obviously, what she's going to do, she's going to talk all this, right? She's going to say, go fuck yourself. She's going to, whatever. She's going to say all this stuff, and she's going to lock replies because, I mean, that's just the strategy. That's the goal here. That's what we do. Of course, this person pinged with the nice little heart emoji. Great. That's fantastic. Fuck those who don't know you but think they can judge your action and words. Keep doing you, babe, with the heart emoji. Love you, baby. Love you. Asmongold stands, and people who don't even play the game will be the loudest right now, but you're stronger and smarter than they could ever be. I guarantee you I've been playing Counter-Strike since probably you were in diapers. Probably. But in any case, it's fine. Take whatever time you need. Your friends and supporters will always be here for you. Keep growing and being your best. Imagine the smell of Asmongold's room. Yeah, you know what it smells like? Money. Here comes the Sims. Exactly. It smells like money. I'm sorry for the stupid amount of hate you have gone through. Keep on pushing through, love. Heart emoji. Don't let these trolls invalidate your feelings because they're real. I take winning seriously and hate not giving comms, but I'm nervous to turn my mic on most of the time. I literally won't solo queue because I know I'll just be kicked or harassed. Keep on shining beautiful. Heart emoji. Keep on standing on business, Peach. Fuck the haters. We all got your back. Heart emoji. Guys, what this is a bunch of Sims and a bunch of women who also like to play victim joining in on the conversation and trying to pretend like they're relevant. This entire thing is ridiculous. So, where does that bring us here? Well, we got Madam Savvy. Good old Madam Savvy. This is why I like covering Madam Savvy's content, because she gets to say all the things that a lot of men are probably thinking but feel like they can't say because, I don't know, women or whatever. Madam Savvy says, you are the perfect target to spawn camp. You just keep doubling down. If you ever play Overwatch COD, let me know. I'll make a new account just for you so I can show you the meaning of toxicity. You'll be crying for those boys after a match with me because they would be like perfect gentlemen. It's very tiring to share a gender with these type of women. And then she says, got blocked just now, but she tried to go viral before it flopped. Well, you got what you wanted. She also blocked me now. I am Savvy, breaker of narratives, defiler of safe spaces. What the fuck? That's hilarious. Hold on, I gotta look at these pictures here. Madam Savvy, look at these pictures. Okay, so Peach blocked Savvy, fine. No problem. Apparently, Peach reposted somebody called Amelia. The tweet is about Faceit players harassing women, and you're asking a guy named Faceit Darwin, where's the evidence? Okay. There may be bigger issues with the game than a lack of female representation, but that doesn't mean that this issue should be immediately discarded by the community. It can still be addressed. Lack of female representation in Counter-Strike. Is this what we're caring about in Counter-Strike now? The amount of female representation? Are you kidding me? This is why Asmongold made fun of you. This is why. Who the fuck cares about representation in Counter-Strike? You are either going to put up or shut up in Counter-Strike. Otherwise, you need to go back to something else that talks about representation, because Counter-Strike is not going to be it. Can't ask for any change and face it without people diverting away, especially nothing related to gender-based issues. Crazy how people think the same people work on anti-cheat work on models. Shit ain't even a bit ask. They have more than one person working at Valve. Crying emoji. There are 9 agents in the game that are female, and they're going to be adding more. Why? Where is it? Oh, it cut off. Never mind. You said yourself there are already 9 women in the game. How would making one of them be an optional default affect the game? So you really think the thing stopping women from playing this game is the fact that they can't afford an agent that costs less than $3? I am baffled. That's actually a really good question. So according to this person, do you feel like representation, female representation in Counter-Strike is going to be fixed by adding female operators to the game? Of course not. No, that's stupid. Peach says, I don't know why it's baffling to you that women would enjoy seeing a female presenting player model they can play with. It's really quite simple. I hope you have a good day. Guys, at this point, I think it's pretty safe to say that she is off on the deep end. She is absolutely insane. Look, full double down to every female that has had to deal with toxicity in the Counter-Strike environment. I just want you to know that I love you and I support you. No, you don't. Keep spreading this positivity and we could change toxic gaming culture. Ladies, I genuinely believe it. You've been trying to change supposed toxic gaming culture for how many years now? And nothing changes. You want to know why? Because there isn't enough of you, number one. And number two, even the women don't want to be seen dealing with women. They try to make everything about being a woman. They just want to play the game. If a real female gamer wants to hop into Counter-Strike, all she wants to do is just play the game. The last thing she wants to do is have people focus on the fact that she's a woman, right? The only one doing that is this person. Anyway, so Madam Savvy apparently quote tweets one particular picture that I want to focus on. She says, "You dumb hoes make up situations. Just know that y'all are the type I spawn camp and game control just to upset. It's usually not men making your game experience difficult. It's women like me tired of women like you." Then she says, "Women should be supporting each other, not tearing each other down." Oh, so hold on. Hold on a goddamn second. So if a woman is being critical of another woman, that should not be allowed. You should only be toxically positive. You should only be fake. Right? Which is why a lot of women have problems with other women, because they're fake. They're fake with each other. They can't tell each other the fucking truth. And that's the problem. She says, "I don't support anyone or anything blindly. I don't support women just because women be crap too, like you. You who comment and block, you don't want to banter. You want to be right. Have your ass kissed and get defended by people like me. But people like me think you're a shit stain on the underwear of life. I'd rather play with those guys any day than be caught dead in a serious match with you. I don't play gender games. I don't pledge blind loyalty to anyone or anything. Why are you still here? Didn't you get enough attention?" Oh, this is even better. Wait, here we go. The creme de la creme right here. So she says, "Oh my God, Twitter sucks, dude." And keep in mind, this is an old post, which makes it even more hypocritical to prove that these women never truly mean what they say. She said, "Oh my God, Twitter sucks, dude. All I see when I scroll is people hating on women, porn, or pro-Trump bullshit. Like I literally can't escape it. I'm done posting on here. Follow my Blue Sky. December 13, 2024. Well, I guess that didn't work out for very long. I guess you decided you couldn't get enough attention over on Blue Sky because you get like, what, 4 likes? 3 likes on Blue Sky. You can't go viral on Blue Sky. You can't get all that sweet, sweet attention on Blue Sky. So where did you end up? Right back here, which is exactly what ends up happening 99% of the time. So you guys let me know what you think about this entire situation between Madam Savvy and Peach in the comments down below. Who do you feel is right in this situation? Do you want to see more female representation in Counter-Strike? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Female representation in Counter-Strike. That is glorious, man. That is glorious. Female representation in Counter-Strike. Holy shit. Vinictus Prime with $1 on Rumble. So a character in my story, quoting myself again, still an asshole. She gets asked what a man's place in society is. She responds, "A good man is one who protects his woman from men who act like women." She then says how women love to complain, and if they have nothing to complain about, they create something. She also refuses to apologize for it. Sounds like women. Sounds like women. Crashman Boy for $1. She would not have survived playing an actual competitive sport. Almost nothing is safe from trash talk in the NHL, NBA, MLB, NFL, etc. Guys like AB would shred her. Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of want to play Counter-Strike now. I haven't played in a long time, but fucking hell, man. I kind of want to play now, just to play for old time's sake. Crashman Boy with $1. Comedy gamers like Terrorizer, Vanos, Blarg, etc. would have an absolute field day with her, especially in Mario Kart. This oppression omnitrix needs to go back to her natural habitat, the kitchen. Shout out to Crashman Boy. I appreciate that, bro. We got Devastator with a 10 says, "Here's to a win." Shout out to Devastator. Thank you so much, bro. Demon Carol with a 2. Nothing beats a bit of girl-on-girl action. You don't say. GDR with a 5. She is the prime example why women shouldn't be allowed to vote, be elected to office, or be in the military. The victim mentality is draining. It is pretty fucking draining. I'm not going to lie to you. The constant talking about everybody's at fault. Everybody else is the problem. People don't like me because I'm a woman. People don't like me because I'm black. People don't like me because I'm gay. People don't like me because I'm trans. All this kind of shit. It's so annoying, bro. It's so annoying. How about people don't like you because you're just a really fucking boring person? You're either a shitty person or a boring person. Like, can we keep it simple like it used to be? K Styles with a 5. If she has problems with trash talking, let's see how she would react to an old-fashioned yo mama joke. Make it happen. GDR with a 5. I bet I could fix her. Over the next 2 minutes, I want to show her my pen is can solve all her problems. Nice one. Nice one. Charitard with a 2. Troon's KD ratio is 0.50. Damn. Sucks for them. Ben with a 2. Till savvy is short for savage. True. 100%. Venectus Prime with $1. I missed the days of Quake Arena and Unreal Tournament. You had to type if you wanted to say something and only had hotkey taunts. You know, part of the reason why I feel like Dark Souls never actually implemented any sort of like real voice chat is because they knew that people would talk a lot of shit. And it's a very frustrating game, so people are going to be angry. They're going to be throwing controllers, screaming, fucking all kinds of nonsense. So I feel like that's the reason why they didn't do it. On top of probably other reasons too. T-Chap says 159 away from tier 2. That is all. Thank you, T-Chap. I appreciate it, man. All right, boys. That is going to be it for all the topics today. Shout out to all you guys for hanging out with me for the last 2.5 hours. I appreciate it. We're going to do the waifu battle now. So if you're gay or you don't like titties and you don't want to watch the waifu battle, I totally understand. Let me just give you a proper goodbye before you leave, since this is probably what you like if you don't watch the waifu battle. And obviously like the stream on your way out, show some love, and we're gonna have a good time. Join me tomorrow for 9 p.m. Eastern, Hypnocast. And if you guys aren't watching Griffcast, make sure you guys go watch Griffcast. 5 p.m. Eastern. We've been playing Metal Gear Solid Delta. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, man. You definitely got to check it out. And it's going to be a good time. What the fuck is that? Nothing, man. Nothing. Don't worry about it, bro. We're fine. All right, man. Let's get into the waifu battle. Close out the stream. Have a good time. Try to hit tier 2. Otherwise, we're going to lose our streak. And that's basically it. Turn it off. I did turn it off. You're fine. Don't worry about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the waifu battle is here. Now, if you guys are unaware, because we took off on Sunday because Sunday was the giveaway stream, and obviously we took off yesterday because we took off. If you guys are unaware, the current waifu battle champion, somebody who is absolutely legendary and is loved by many people, is none other than the one and the only still champion, Red Sonja, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy. Now, before we get into the waifu battle, let's go over the rules of engagement. GDR can't see. Bro, GDR, I put Fearin in the fucking waifu battle. You weren't even here. You were working like a responsible adult. Oh, man. Rule number 1. All super chats during the waifu battle can and will count towards a particular waifu, but the only way that is going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat. First, you gotta put the name first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, then it will not count. It doesn't matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact that you put the name of the waifu, you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2. You can vote for any waifu, regardless of who's on screen. It doesn't matter. You can vote for the champion, who is Red Sonja. You can vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen will be the one that counts. So please, if you're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? I'm not even going to answer that question because we all know the answer. All right, boys, this particular waifu, she's got a lot going for her, man. She's got a lot going for her. And you know what? I figured, like I said, we got a redhead in the waifu battle, right? She's the champion. So let's bring out a blonde. Let's see how a blonde is able to do in the waifu battle against Red Sonja. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The challenger that's going to go up against Red Sonja is going to be the one and the only Helena from Dead or Alive, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be a fighting waifu? Or is it going to be a warrior waifu? Or an Amazon, or however you want to explain her. Let's see who is going to win. The names are on the bottom. The names are on the bottom. No, it's not. No, it's not her. It's not her. It's not her. Helena from Dead or Alive. Let's go, boys. Let's catch up on the super chats really quick. We got Ron DFK with a 5. Red Sonja. Also, it is hot in East Washington State. Boys be hanging low. Sat on one. Someone fragged me. Ouch. You sat on your nuts. GDR with a 5 says, Freerin, you keep putting Freerin on when I work. I think you do it on purpose now. I don't know when you work. How am I going to do it on purpose? How am I going to do it on purpose? I don't know when you work. I was just like, hey, let me put it in the waifu battle. He's been asking for a while, and you were gone. You were gone. Pandanotic with a 2 says, Panda, I'm not sorry. Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on, bro. We got Benedictus Prime with $1 over on Rumble. I missed the days of Quake Arena and Unreal Tournament. You had to type. Oh, I already read that. Adair Sosa with $1. It's been proven who hates more is women of themselves that pretend, yes, girl, we agree, but when behind their backs, that girl, she's a bitch. It's been proven many times women hate other women. 100%. Benedictus Prime with $1. I played through all 3 Dark Souls games. I don't understand the frustrating part. The youngsters just don't have the patience and spend too much time on their fondle slabs. What the fuck is a fondle slab? Shout out to you, Benedictus Prime. BioT with a 5 says, Helena, thank DOA for crazy jiggles and games. Exactly. How are people not voting for Helena? That's insane to me. That's insane to me, bro. How are we not voting for Helena right now? I thought for sure Helena would get us to tier 2. Or at least put up a fight. But thank you, BioT Wolf. I appreciate that, man. So we got 5 for Red Sonja. That's the one that counted. And then we got 5 for Helena that counted. Everything else didn't count. So we are tied right now. That's crazy. We are tied right now. The lore thickens. It definitely does. It definitely does. We are tied right now. GDR with a 5 year. Then Blackguard voted for Lulu over Fearin. What an absolute fuck. There you go. Bruce says there is such a thing as too big, believe it or not. Not for everybody. I mean, to be fair, I agree. But I think this is acceptable. Or do we think this is not acceptable? Is this too big? Is that what we're thinking? You can be honest. You can be honest. Listen, man, GDR, you got to be there next time, bro. You got to be there next time, bro. I had it ready for you, man. Benedictus Prime for $1 says Red Sonja. The Bridget Nielsen one. Also, fondle slab equals cell phone. Oh. Makes sense. Makes sense. Anti-Federalist Pain with a 5. Saying, Helena, we need DOA Extreme back. Okay. All right, so we got ourselves a bit of a split over there on Rumble. People are voting for both waifus. That's not what usually happens. Usually there is a consistency over on Rumble. All right, Helena's coming off screen. We're getting felted, boys. This might be a problem. Let's bring up the champion. Let's hope she can save it. Red Sonja. You guys like the last version that I used of this, so here's another version of the same type, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Red Sonja, or is it going to be Helena from Dead or Alive? Let's go. Tuber Sprouts with a 2 saying Helena. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Who's in the lead right now? Let me see. It looks like it might be Helena. Yeah, it might be Helena. Oh, shit. Why haven't I brought back Mount Lady? Because you got to save the big hitters. You got to save the big hitters. Demon Carol with a 2. Helena, go bigger than Karen's Prison P-Cup DLC. Fair. Helena's winning right now. Moogle says, Helena, I'm always broke, but there's my vote. All right, we got some love for Helena in the chat. Gotta put the name of the waifu you're voting for in the super chat, and it has to be the first thing you type. It's got to be the first thing you type. Ron DFK with a 2. Red Sonia, did you clip that snake super earlier? I have the sound effect. Fallen Angel Zerato with a 2. Red Sonia, gotta support my post. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. Oliver says it's all over my screen. Oh my god. That's insane. What the fuck? She needs a long, thick sword for her tight sheath. She needs something, bro. Because we're getting killed out here. She needs something. Either her or fucking, what do you call it? Her or Helena, one of the two. One of the two. We got, hold on. Oh, never mind. I already read that one from Anti-Federal Spain. My bad. My bad. Dark Exile. I'm only voting for Clippy or Tifa. I've drawn the line. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I understand. I get it. Ali Kusanagi with a 10 saying Red Sonia. Fair. Fair. And then Final Twin with a 10 saying Red Sonia. That Helena pick did make my brain reset for a bit. Oh, you have to think about it, huh? You have to think about it, huh? Okay, so that was good then. That means it did its job. It did its job. That's good. GDR with a 5. My 15 cats and I are not amused by your blatant sabotage of Fearin while I work. For shame. You got 15 fucking cats, bro? I did. God damn. That's insane. Thank you, GDR. It wasn't on purpose, sir. It was not on purpose. Christopher Lloyd says, right, I'll stick with Asian goth women. I'll go like that video. You want Helena to win? It's not looking like it right now. T-Jab, let me know how far we are from tier 2, please. Because, unfortunately, I don't extend the stream like Smash does. So if it's over, it's over. I'd rather know ahead of time. GDR is Catman. That makes sense. Final Twin says, I tried to help Fearin, I promise. You gotta believe him, GDR. You gotta believe. You gotta believe, Final Twin. Ricardo says Fearin moment. Pretty much. Pretty much. Reaper Knight says, okay, I'm going insane with these two waifus. T-Jab says we're 137 away from tier 2. Thank you, T-Jab. I appreciate that. All right. Who is going to be the winner of this waifu battle? This is literally anybody's game. At this point, Mr. Melancholy with a 2 saying Helena. Very nice. Very nice. All right, here we go. Final countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the last super chat that is going to count is Mr. Melancholy with a 2 saying Helena. And then BioT Wolf 19 with the massive chair shot thrown into the fucking arena. $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger says Helena, Jiggle, and tier 2. And then we got GDR with a 2 says my wiener for the win. This guy. Final Twin with a $20 banger says Red Sonia. Dark Exile with a 5 saying Clippy. Jesus Christ, man. And nothing on Rumble. All right. Mods, count it up. Mods, count it up. BioT Wolf, for saving tier 2. This is for you. Shout out to all of you for helping us save tier 2 right at the very last second for 130 tier 2s in a row, continuing the streak into September. That is insane, man. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it, man. I really do. BioT will fucking legend, all of you. Legends for making that happen, man. That was getting a little sus. I'm not going to lie to you. Oh, wait, the numbers are in already. The numbers are in. Oh, man. Red Sonja fans got really comfortable. Very comfortable. Unbelievably comfortable, one might say. Red Sonja with $46.52 against Helena at $117.30, which means the winner and the new Waifu Battle champion is none other than the one, the only Helena, ladies and gentlemen. Not bad. Not bad. Let's do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. One more time. Let's go. Was it? And on that note, I am sure there are a few people coping and seething right now.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that's going to be it for the Waifu Battle, ladies and gentlemen. Helena's going to go backstage and she will face off against another waifu tomorrow. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. R.I.P. to Red Sonja. It was a good streak. It was a good streak. To be honest, it was longer than I thought it was going to be. To be real with you. Bruce is like, nah, I'm good. Too much titty for Bruce, man. Too much titty for Bruce. All right, boys, listen, what an amazing stream. Shout out to you guys for hanging out with us again. It was so much fun to be able to talk topics once again after that crazy giveaway stream that we had on Sunday. And obviously, we took off yesterday. Keep in mind, guys, I will be streaming this Sunday. Normally, I take off the first Sunday of the month. But as of right now, I'm going to be streaming because I took off yesterday. So shout out to all you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for liking the stream, commenting, spamming the chat, super chatting. GDR says Griffcast now. GDR, I have to edit videos, upload, title, tag, thumbnail them. I'll try, bro. I'll say that. I'll try, but no promises, man. I would love to do Griffcast, but it's just too goddamn busy. But I'm trying. And shout out to the Hypno mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you as well, but I'm out. I am done. I am gone. And I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooters and stay for the raid. Bye.
Not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you gay.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
The dog. Or her cat was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Suck it, yeah, don't put a ticket in, make her name is gay. Suck it, yeah, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in a weenie and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day California shit! 'Cause that's all we fucking know! 'Cause we're boring! We're so fucking Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.